Welcome to our channel, everyone. Today we are joined by Nipun Joshi, the voice behind the YouTube channel Nipun Joshi NJ, where he breaks down Vedic astrology with clarity and insights. So we'll just welcome him. Namaste, Nipun ji.
Namaste, Navjeet ji. Namaste. It's like a small note which I want to add over here.
Yes.
Being an astrologer, I always give attention to the omens. Like just because Arjun Pai's astrology like platform is very much respected, well known, familiar in the astrology community. But I always give attention to when the first time I have an encounter that what the transit is indicating of that time. So today, like at a time when we are doing this session. So Moon is in the Libra conjunct with Venus. So looks like goddess Lakshmi's grace is there in on to you, Navjeet ji, on Arjun Pai, sir. That is the only reason he has got such a good following. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here with us. And if you can just give us a little bit background about your, like, how did you get into astrology? What brought you? So I did read a little bit that you started with palmistry, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Navjeet ji, about me, so it's just like that, astrology, palmistry, all that, it just runs in my family. So, I would not say that it happens generally in many families that you come from a family of the doctors or the lawyers, and then you just that epiphany happened, and destiny and the universe brought you into the occult. So, in my case, many of my maternal uncles and all have been doing this professionally. It runs in our family. Although my father was like he retired from the government job as an engineer. I was also on the same path. Like I did my graduation in the computer science, then I did my MBA, and though that used to happen a lot many times. Whenever I go for any pilgrimage, Panditji, while giving any prasad, he look at my face. Oh, you will have the knowledge of the secret sciences. I was like, secret sciences? Will I get into like intelligence raw? What does he mean by secret sciences? So
Yeah.
it used to happen a lot many times. Then my Saturn Dasha came, and yeah, Saturn Dasha and matching it with the Saturn returns. So many things were happening that time. I was already moving to Canada was a part of the plan. I went to Bharati Vidya Bhavan to learn French because I got to know that French is the second largest spoken language in Canada. It might help me there. And over there, I got to know that okay, Bharati Vidya Bhavan also offer courses in palmistry, astrology, numerology. And before that as well, I used to watch like I used to get the information from books from like different like platforms and all, but I was not inclined towards doing this by myself professionally. So yeah, then I enrolled for courses for like palmistry, different healing courses. It's been a long time. I started taking different certification classes by the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan faculties only. So that's how it happened. And yeah, just because I was always a marketing and advertising person, so speaking in front of camera was never a issue with me. So that's how I started my channel. And immediate after that, I moved to Canada, and before that as well, Navjeet ji. 1 year before moving here, I remember my one of my faculty at Bharati Vidya Bhavan. He sent me that hey Nipon, it's like we have this promotional thing going on in a mall in Noida. Why don't you go there and do some on a weekend some readings? It will help you practice your knowledge, whatever you learn in the school. I was like, okay, why not? I went there. The mall manager was there. He was so happy. He after the weekend activity, he even called me and said that Nipun, we are like giving away and setting up one space as a shop just for the promotional thing. It will be all yours, and you can start doing reading, and you do not even have to pay any rent to us. So that was the first time I started like the public dealing, because you know it's like astrology is more of a like counseling therapy where you have to get people comfortable. You read their aura, their energy. So for 1 year, complete year, I was just doing astrology in person, like readings as well in a mall, dealing with public and all. So yeah, then I moved to Canada and the channel goes on, and that's where I am.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And you're in the same city as us.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Nipunji is going to be talking about brief description about 2026, what it is bringing for all of us.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Navjiji. So after this, I will just start the presentation which I have prepared. See, some of the slides have like I have also talked about that in my own channel as well. But just because every single day so much development is happening in the global events, and just because Rahu this year like primarily is going to be moving in the Sadbhisha Nakshatra. So I would not say the fear mongering, but many astrologers have also created this hype that this could be the nuclear war, nuclear proliferation, and all. So I just thought that okay, we can just focus on the deeper nuances. So based on what I uploaded on my channel like a month back or 2 3 weeks back, there has been some more addition in this presentation as well. That's the first thing which I want to clear. And second thing, the main forte of the Arjun Pai ji, like of nakshatra, will play a very significant role because planets like Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, on surface they look like okay, like a novice astrologer will look at this year that oh, Saturn is in the same sign, hardly any difference. No, but the nakshatra movement which is happening, and with Jupiter being in the Atichari motion, Rahu and Ketu will shift the zodiac sign at the end of the year, but even after that, they are very strengthened in very karmic nakshatra like Sadvisha, like Magha, Purva, Falguni. So we will have our discussion on that. So for all the community members who are watching this, so first we will get a brief overview of the way slow moving planets are behaving this year. We will also try to make a symmetry between that when last time they were in the similar alignment, what kind of events happened, and then at the end the giveaway for as a value for your time because you have watched the whole session. So we will have a brief overview of that based on your rising sign, what you can expect. So first we will Navjiji, first we'll pray to Lord Ganesha. So any auspicious beginning, any adhyatmic occult thing has to start with first seeking the permission from the Lord Ganesha himself. So Om Ekdantaय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् ओम एकदंताय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् ओम एकदंताय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्. So talking about this year, and yeah, this presentation I made for Dr. Arjun Pai astrology platform. So talking first for the planet Jupiter, Navjit. So because Jupiter will play a very significant role. Jupiter is the planet which is responsible for all the auspicious happenings, events in our life, and Jupiter is in a Atichari motion. The beauty of this year is that Jupiter is going to be functioning in the purest of the essence, and it will also make a connection with other karmic planets as well, because when Jupiter is going to be in the Gemini, it is going to be giving its aspect to the planet Rahu being in the Aquarius. When Jupiter will transit to the Cancer, it is going to be exalted, and it is going to be giving its aspect influencing the planet Saturn as well. And once Jupiter will enter in the Leo sign, it will get conjunct with Ketu as well. So yeah, there's a lot of thing which is happening with the planet Jupiter. So that means if Jupiter is an important planet for you, if Jupiter is active in the dasha, so you can expect some turnaround. And every year when we get like whenever we are starting a new year, we all are majorly hopeful for some like real life signification events like Jeev Karak events, like will I be able to get married this year, will I be able to have a child this year. So a lot of potential is there in this year for majority of the people. Now this is just a Kalpurush Kundli, so I just left the Aries here, so just ignore that. So observing the movement of the planet on Jupiter. So on January 1st, Jupiter is going to be in the Gemini in the Punarvasu nakshatra, being in a retrograde motion. I mentioned that this thing many times on my platform as well, that Punarvasu is a nakshatra which is very supportive for things where you have been repeatedly trying to get something done. I have seen that as a pattern with many Punarvasu moon people, that nothing happens in their life in one attempt. Like, but after repeated attempt, they are able to do that. Even Lord Rama's like Lord Ram is also very strongly associated with the benefic qualities of the Punarvasu nakshatra. So that means Jupiter's this long extended stay in the Punarvasu can give you success, and especially if you have been giving up, you are at the brink of losing hope. So a lot of potential is there based on your chart. Wherever the Gemini sign is, wherever Jupiter is transiting, Punarvasu is being ruled by Jupiter in itself. So that means there is a lot of the purity in the energy of the Punarvasu. Jupiter will turn retrograde on March 10th, like from retrograde to direct. So on March 10th, Jupiter will turn from retrograde to direct, being in the Punarvasu nakshatra only. On June 1st, Jupiter will enter the Cancer zodiac sign. So Jupiter will be exalted from June 1st till October 30. So that is going to be the exalted state of the planet Jupiter. Whatever we are experiencing right now, like when on October 19th, Jupiter entered the Cancer sign, and on December 2nd, it will again go back in the Gemini. So that is going to be the theme which you will experience in this period from June 1st till October 30. And see, Navjiji, I'll be very honest with you. See, it's not like that I do that as a profession, but I live astrology. I'm observing it every day, every minute. I have personally seen that change in my life in these last few days only. Before, because of my attention to job and other things, I was paying attention to my mantra, daily practice, and all. But okay, cutting corners, like, okay, let's, if I have to do the Vishnu Sahasranam, let's put it on the YouTube. I can use that time to do some other thing. But these days, I'm extensively putting attention and time to, by myself doing all of that. And along with that, like recently only, I got a chance to, I do not know whether you know, in Richmond, there's a Bodhi meditation center. Even when
Yeah.
I visited there, I gotten in touch with lot many other healers as well. So a lot of the development happened in just last couple of days only. Jupiter is in a Tichari motion, so it's not gonna take time like Saturn. So I mean to say, whatever I'm experiencing right now, it has actually given me a lot of hope to look forward to this period in 2026, from June 1st till October 30, that a lot of the auspiciousness can be expected in your life. So, and yes, in between, Jupiter is going to be in the Pushya Nakshatra as well. The beauty which I was talking about this year, Punarvasu is being ruled by Jupiter. With Pushya, Jupiter does not rule it, Saturn rules it. But with Pushya, the Devata, the god is connected as a Brahaspati. So again, the Jupiter has got a strong hold, and Navjiji, you will be surprised when I will talk about from the Panchang point of view, the king, the Raja of the year. That is also Jupiter. So there's a lot of the purity in the Jupiter. So which means that if you stick to the dharma and virtues, righteousness, right values, and you actually want to, make a change in the world, inspire the world, do something good. So I mean to say, 2026 is the year for you. And even if you will take into consideration the numerology assessment, you make a sum total of the 2026, it will give you number one, which is connected with the planet Sun. Again, new beginnings. So I mean to say, I'm actually pinning a lot of the hope with the planet Jupiter for 2026. So it can actually turn around your life. A lot of the auspiciousness, domestic events, happiness can be expected. So yes, this is what Jupiter is doing. The key findings, like there could be many more, but I would say that Jupiter is Atichari. It is very fast than its usual pace. So which is a good news. It is very favorable even when it comes down to its deeper nuances to its nakshatra placement as well. Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha, that is over there as well. It is very favorable. And see, the thing is, it's like, if okay, if the theme of the Punarvasu is about Punarosu is about those things where you are repeatedly facing some losses, you have lost the hope, it's going to be helpful for you. Jupiter in the Pushya, it's like, Pushya is even in the Muhurta, it is considered as one of the best nakshatra. And with the Ashlesha, the good thing is that if, let's say, for example, you're facing the heat of any of the Gandamul energy, like any karmic, any suffering, curses, any blockages, so over there will as well, Jupiter will bless it, Jupiter will purify it. So if any, like the way, a lot of the times people come to me that a lot of the miscarriage is happening, a lot of the accidents are happening in the family. So over there as well, there will be clarity, there will be purity. Not everyone just wants to reinforce and build things. Some people want to get rid of the negativity as well. So over there as well, Jupiter's stay in the Ashlesha will be very helpful. And yes, if you are in the pharmaceutical, in any of those industry and all, it is beneficial for you. And yes, connection with all the karmic planets in 2026. So when it is in the Gemini, it is aspecting Rahu. When it is in the Cancer, it is aspecting Saturn. And then a brief conjunction with the Ketu.
Wow.
Now, talking about the planet Saturn. So with Saturn, Saturn in the Purvabhadrapada is like not a very easy energy. It's very kind of dark. Saturn in the Purvabhadrapada, and we have faced the heat of that in 2025. Yeah, a lot of the war, like there were those times when like Iran and US, they were like Israel, they were like almost clashing, and like anything can happen at any point of time. So I mean to say, with Purvabhadrapada, and it's like it's not only the planet Saturn, but Rahu was also there. So poor Bhadrapada energy could be very dark, very lethal. So which we all have experienced in 2025. Now, at the beginning of 2026 only, Saturn will enter in the Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Now, the next few slides are devoted to this combination because with Uttar Bhadrapada, there's a lot of the maturity, a lot of the wisdom, spiritual insight. Because any planet manifest its energy through its nakshatra. So with Pushya, it's about like maternal kind of healing and care. And when we talk about Anuradha, it's again collective, friendship and all. But with Uttara Bhadrapada, and there's an astrologer friend of mine, he was also telling me the same thing. Nipun, have you seen a pattern? I was like, okay, what happened? He's like, Nipun, when that Ahmedabad flight crash happened, I was like, okay, where the flight fall? It fell on the hospital, on the doctors. Okay, now in the Red Fort in Delhi, all the attacks are happening. Who are the accused? Doctors. I was like, okay, so what point you're trying to make? I said, no, Saturn in the Pisces, it's all about the doctors through medical industry. Like, okay, I'm not able to see the resonance, but yeah, he made a valid point. And when the flight it fell on the hospital, on the medical, like on the doctors, and in the Red Fort, all that it happened for the very first time that the white collar people and the doctors who are like responsible for saving the lives are being held as the main conspirators. So yeah, it's like so yeah, that all was the theme of 2025, 2026. With Saturn being in the Uttar Bhadrapada, there's a lot of the purity. And see, if I were to give, Navjeet, one title to it, like especially in the award circle, like when the Nobel Prize are distributed, even in the films the lifetime achievement awards are distributed. So it's not only about your contribution and your dedicated efforts for 1 year, 2 year, or like 5 years or a decade. Like Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada is if you have dedicated, devoted your life to a cause. So for certain people who are already, if this is a lifespan, if you're already at the end of the lifespan, that you gave your 50 years to something and you have never been recognized, so the recognition will come to you. And for certain people, they will also find their calling. That okay, many people get confused what I'm meant for, what I'm meant to do, what I'm good at. And Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada is also very good energy for getting the right career guidance as well, right career counseling as well. See, Navjeet, this is what in the astrology circles we keep on discussing with people, that with the advancement of AI, now the Mercury and the Rahu work is being the attributes and the characteristics which are expected in an astrologer, because the very first gun or quality in an astrologer is that he has to be good mathematician. Unless and until you're not able to do the calculation, so you have to be good mathematician. So that part is being taken over by Mercury Rahu with the AI. All the application, all the divisional chart, every very minute calculation, research. Okay, what happened last 20 years back when planets were there, which we astrologer used to do manually, do all the research in the Google. Now AI can do that in a press of a button. But now, as a person, your aura, like the Ketu energy now is needed more in an astrologer, like your divine insight, like your intuition, your cleverance. Now that is much more required, because the Mercury part of an astrologer the client can do by himself. Even at home he can do the calculation and do the chart and get a analysis even from chat GPT. But the Ketu energy is something which the people still have to go to the healers, they still have to go to an astrologer. So more than the research, your own bhakti, your own your intuition needs to be developed. So yes, in short, Saturn's entry and stay in this year in the Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra is going to be very, very supportive in many front. Career guidance, career counseling, recognition, attainment of position with seniority, a lot of that will happen. Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra as well, but just because it will turn again, like it is going to turn retrograde on wait it is going to turn like from direct to retrograde on July 26th. So primarily this year Saturn has a strong and tight grip in the Uttar Bhadrapada. So most of the time Saturn is going to be in the Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Now let's see the theme of it, like when last time it was in this alignment, what kind of events happen, so that we can get an overview, get an idea of it. So Saturn in the Uttara Bhadrapada, the global impact last time it was there. So so the key theme is that whenever Saturn is in the Uttara Bhadrapada, collapse of the illusion. So hidden corruption, financial manipulation, and the weak institutions get exposed. Water related crisis, flood, storm, tsunami, water policy reforms. It was surprising, like when India and Pakistan they were face to face with each other, and afterwards, a lot of the like spokesperson from the defense minister of Pakistan, I forgot Khwaja Sharif, or yeah, what his name is. So a lot of them were saying like they have threatened to close our water. How can they dry our taps? This will happen. A war will happen. War can happen on the water and all. So doctors and water was Saturn in Pisces in the Pur Bhadrapada was a overlying theme. Spiritual awakening, yes. For spiritual awakening, it is a very, very good time. Like rise of meditation, mysticism, inner healing movements, very, very supportive for that. And something which there is a overlap. Rahu in the Sadbhisha with the healing, medicine, meditation is also very supportive for that. So two karmic planets are supporting that as an underlying theme for the year. End of the cycle events, so karmic closure, major leadership fallouts, and system dissolving. So now the last time Saturn was in the Uttara Bhadrapada was in this period, 1996 and 1998. So some notable global events which happened during that time. So Asian financial crisis happened. India and Pakistan did the nuclear test, hidden power coming to surface. Like yeah, because India was like being a lot of the sanction and all also happened because of India did the nuclear test and all. So Indonesia political collapse, Rwanda tribunal and war crime accountability, and the global push for spirituality, rise of yoga, Reiki, Vipassana worldwide. I still remember like a couple of days back, I was in that salon and there was this senior lady. She was also talking about, she was talking to someone else. 1960s and 70s was that time of Mahesh Yogi, and there was that rise of yoga and all the Bikram yoga, this, that, 70s, 80s. So yeah, it's like something like that. So global push for spirituality. So again, even till this point, Navjeet, you would have seen that how much purity is there in the energy of the planets. With Jupiter in its own nakshatra and its own domain, Rahu being in its own nakshatra and its own domain, Saturn being in its own nakshatra and its own domain. So there's a lot of the purity in the energy. You will not find many illusion and that kind of biasness and propagandas and hidden kind of things. So there's a lot of the purity in the energy of the planets. Now, talking about Rahu. So our Rahu, oh my God, Rahu. With Rahu, there's a lot of the hype, lot of things. So Rahu is going to be starting the year being in the Aquarius, in the Satabhisha Nakshatra, 100 physician healers. And on August 1st, Rahu will enter in the Dhanishta Nakshatra. And on December 5th, it will enter in the Capricorn sign. So that means primarily for this year, Rahu is only going to be transiting in the Aquarius in these two nakshatras, Sadbisha, which Rahu rules on its own, and Dhanishta, which is ruled by the planet Mars. But now the good part about this journey of the Rahu in these two nakshatra is that it has got huge wealth giving and manifestation potential. So for this year, especially if your life, your personality, your dasha, everything is being controlled more by Rahu. If you are a Rahu ruled governed person, Rahu is active in the dasha, Rahu is an important planet for you. So then definitely this year will actually, holds a lot of the wealth giving and manifestation potential for you. Now, giving attention to when last time Rahu was in these kind of alignments. So Rahu was in this in from May to December 2007 last time and was Rahu was in this alignment. So obviously like in the realm of the tech and the digital revolutions happen pure Rahu Sadbisha signature. So iPhone was launched in June 29 2007, a revolutionary shift in the communication. Rahu is technology plus mass addiction. So obviously like because I remember there was a time about first Orkut came, then Facebook came, but the way the addiction was there for the iPhone, the hype was built around it, people lined up in front of the store. And so, yeah, I guess in some of the province in Bihar, they abducted, they kidnapped someone, and as a ransom, they asked for iPhone. So I don't know. They did not ask for money, they asked for iPhone. Okay, if
That
you want.
actually happened for real?
Yeah, anything can
Oh,
happen
wow.
in Bihar. No, because the recently Bihar election happened, right? So it was a lot in the news. So a lot of the
Yeah.
news and a lot of the news. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So addiction. So that's still about the typical Rahu domain. Facebook breaks into mainstream globally. So massive surge in the sign up, social network, and reshaping the human behavior. Android operating system and we this and so yeah, many of the scandals. That's a typical nature of the Rahu and in Sadbisha. So truth exposure, power shift, and the scandals. So Benazir Bhutto returns to Pakistan. Later, she got assassinated. Pakistan emergency, global financial crack began to appear because yeah, the recession happened in 2009, I guess, the Lehman Brothers and all. But before that, the crackdown started happening. Disaster, storm, and environmental shock. the typical Varuna's domain. So Varuna like connected with the Sadbisha, like the ocean, the deep water. So cyclone in November 2007, catastrophic storm hits Bangladesh. Classic Sadbisha water disaster pattern. Peru earthquake happened, major like 8.0 magnitude earthquake, Richter scale. UK flood, severe flooding across England, worst in the decades. Greece wildfires, health epidemics. So swine flu, early surveillance alert began on this. New drug resistant. WHO issue warnings on the global health preparedness. A typical Sadbisha healing system overhaul theme. Science-based discovery. So NASA's Phoenix Mars lander launch on it happened around this time only. Mission to search for water ice on the Mars. Um, iPhone sparks app economy and technology evolution. Social unrest, rebellion. It happened this time. See, the point which I'm trying to make over here is that Navjeet, like the way many people have been talking about the nuclear proliferation and the nuclear war, this and that, Rahu in the Sadbisha. Okay, that's my personal finding. I'm not saying Rahu in the Sadbisha to be out of control, because again, see, when we talk about any of the yearly theme, so it's not only the one entity which could be responsible for that. You will see that in that year, the Samvatsar is going to be vulnerable. The king and the minister, Saturn, the omens also play a very significant role. See, this year, I guess, Navjeet, when I was observing the pattern, um, Tithi Pravesh or the Pravesh plays a very important role. Saturn entered the Pisces in 2000, in 2025. When it entered on a day of the eclipse, six planets conjunct together, so it was very inauspicious from all aspect. So that is what I'm trying to say, that next year, especially in terms of the Rahu, I'm not seeing Rahu uncontrolled and kind of creating chaos, mass kind of hypnosis or paranoia, fear, that something which happened in the Cuban crisis or in 2025 when Iran and Israel situation happened, that anytime their bunkers can be bombed, anything can happen. What Iran will do, will it retaliate? So that kind of a panic button I don't see in 2026. Like, I see Rahu much more in control. I see Rahu much control because of the aspect it received from the Jupiter and the dispositor, because Rahu individually is helpless. In terms of assessing the result from the Rahu, we have to also see that the sign where Rahu is transiting, what dispositor is also promising. So I'm not saying Rahu to be that uncontrolled this year. That's my personal observation. Now, when the Rahu Maharaj will enter in the Dhanishta Nakshatra, and last time when it happened here, so last time Rahu in Dhanishta was in January to September 2008. So we know that Dhanishta is linked to the wealth cycles, rhythm, global markets, leadership shift, and sudden collapses. So Rahu here will trigger money shock, power realignment, and technological acceleration. So the key global theme for this year, we will compare the result with the last time, is financial volatility, leadership turbulence, military escalation, and conflict zone might heat up, scientific leaps in physics, space, and tech, and global humanitarian crisis in certain parts of the world. We will get to know about that. So yeah, this is about with Rahu. Now, when we talk about Ketu, so Ketu is going to be primarily transiting in the Leo in the Purva Falguni from January 1st till March. On March 28th, it will enter in the Magha Nakshatra. And yeah, on December 5th, Rahu Ketu axis will move the signs as well. But primarily, Ketu's transit in the Purva Falguni is a sensitive alignment, especially in the matters of the relationship, in the entertainment industry, and all. But in certain cases, it has been seen that whenever like Ketu's alignment happens with the entertainment domain, and Rahu is also going to be briefly in the Dhanishta, and also like the way some of the mega releases, like this could be at some time Avatar released, Bahubali was one of the much sought after. So in the entertainment world as well, something connected to sci-fi, spirituality, big kind of release and all, so can happen. Ketu's transit in the Magha. So we say that slight vulnerability of attention gone to the race, and which is happening a lot these days. Like that kind of radical people are coming on the surface. But for many people, see, that is about the globe, that is about the world. But individually, if like you are a strong contender for position, for any of the important filling appointment in any important roles, so Magha has this wealth giving and the power and the position, designation giving power to it. So it will be supportive for many people. So the slight point which I have written, that potential of giving both material and spiritually enriched results to many people next year. And because Ketu in the Leo also churn out the Pur Punya as well, so it is going to be supportive there as well. Now Ketu in the Purva Falguni, we know that Purva Falguni deals with the creativity, entertainment, wealth, diplomacy, popularity, and the indulgences. Ketu is going to be here, so it will bring the detachment, karmic correction, scandals, and endings in these domains. So the key global themes which we can expect. So celebrity collapse and image scandals. So fall from fame, public breakdowns, diplomatic tension, and the broken alliances could also happen. Failed negotiation, ego clash between the nations, financial misjudgments, overindulgences leading to early crack in the global markets, creative industry turmoil, controversies in the film, music, entertainment, karmic endings, leadership exit, political resignation, exposure of hidden affairs, and all. So yeah, that much is possible. Few events from the, and yeah, when Ketu is going to be in the Magha from September 2007 till April 2008. So Magha is the nakshatra of the royalty, ancestors, authority, government, dynasties, and national pride. Ketu here will bring karmic endings, dethroning, exposure of leadership weakness, and collapse of old power structure. So, whenever Ketu is in the Magha, leadership falls and potential political dethroning, decline of the old institution, and the weakening of the traditional power basis, ancestor karma plus national identity crisis, monarchy, royalty, and the legacy issue highlighted, spiritual awakening through loss of ego and the power. So yes, before we go to the Panchang, so yeah, this is what I wanted to say, Navjeet, about so far because I went very fast. I'm so sorry.
No,
About
it's okay.
how the, yeah, Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu, Ketu. Anything specific? Navjeet, you want to ask? You have curiosity? You have any interest in any specific area? You want to know that based on Jupiter, what can happen in the politics? Based on Saturn, what could happen in the environment? So please feel free to discuss or ask.
No, I think I'm good. I'm
Okay, okay,
good.
okay, Navjeet.
I'm
Thanks,
good
thanks.
myself. Yes.
Okay, okay, because sometimes I don't want the people in the comment section. You did not let the other person speak or talk. So I'm like, okay, let me. Okay. Talking
And
about,
I would ask. Yeah.
yeah, thanks, Namjeet. Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Okay, Namjeet. Okay, now talking about the Panchang, so which is very very important because it tells about the underlying theme and omens. All of that we get to know from it. So the Hindu New Year in 2026, commencing on Thursday, March 19, 2026, marks the beginning of the Vikram Samvat 2083 and the 40th year in the 60-year cycle named Prabhava Samvatsar. So over here I'm sure like if someone is from the Gujarat, they might follow a different calendar. Someone is from the Maharashtra, they might follow a different calendar. So I'm just telling you about the which is the some the Panchang which is more prevalent in the northern belt where I come from. So the Raja and the Mantri becomes very important. So we know that the Raja in itself means for a year amongst all the planets. So the ruling planetary council, the Mantri Mandal for the new Samvatsar determines the general tenor of the year in terms of the politics, economy, climate, and the public life. So for this year, the Raja is the Guru, is the planet Jupiter, which is a very, very good news, very, very good news for the world. So how it is decided? That's very simple. The planet whose weekday coincides with the start of the new year. So the Chaitra Shukla Pratipada, if it is happening on like Thursday, on March 19th, so that means Thursday is connected with the planet Jupiter. So the king, this is how it is decided that the king is going to be the planet Jupiter. So what is the significance of it? So when Jupiter is the king, it generally signifies a year of the moral values, spiritual growth, and the wisdom. Now, the positive effects, there may be an increase in religious activities, education, and knowledge sharing. Justice and law and order tend to be stable and favorable growth in financial and the banking sector. Yeah, because the banking and the financial sector is also being ruled by Jupiter. Oh my God, Jupiter transited in the Cancer, and suddenly there is a news of the gold increase and the gold price increase and all. It's all over there in the social media platforms, all the news platform. So yeah, negative effect, the potential. Jupiter's rule can sometimes lead to excessive pride, religious fundamentalism, or a focus on tradition that hinder progress. Now, the monthly. So, the second important portfolio. So, the monthly is the lord of the weekday on which the sun's transit into the signs of the Aries, like the Mesh Sankranti occurs. So, this event typically happens around April 13th or 14th. The planet is in charge of the governance, administration, trade, and economic policy for the year. So, the monthly for next year will be the monthly will be the lord of the weekday on which the Mesh Sankranti occurs. Simply put, when Sun will transit the Aries, what is the weekday on that day? So transit of the Sun into Aries happens on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. So Tuesday means the planet Mars. So the monthly for this year is the planet Mars. So therefore the monthly is likely to be Mangal, as Tuesday is ruled by the Mars. The planet Mars is the planet of action and power. Area of influence, the monthly control defense, law enforcement, land, and energy. So, the basic prognosis of this is that with Mars as the monthly, the focus will be on the security, defense, and the power dynamics. The administration may become more aggressive, decisive, and action oriented. So, see, the thing is, Mars as a monthly could be a problem if it is happening with the Raja or the king being like this. Could be Saturn, which is anti to it, or this could be Mercury, which is anti to it. But just because Jupiter is like, if the king is filled with morals, so even if the Mantri is going to be aggressive, Mantri is going to be like, favoring war, it is still going to be a harmonious combination because the war will happen or will inflict only for good, righteous reasons to establish the dharma. So, which means it's a good news. So the positive is quick decision making, swift action against corruption, and a strengthening of the defense sector. Projects related to land and infrastructure may see rapid execution. So yes, like if you are working as a realtor and all, the next year might be good for you. You are thinking about massive major expansion, this could be good for you. And the slight negative, potential for increased conflict, political instability, and social unrest, fire related accidents, wars, or natural calamities like heat waves may be a concern. Now after knowing the Raja and the Mantri, like king and the minister, now the most important thing is the Samvatsar. So for this year it was the Vishwasu, and for next year it's going to be Parabhava. Parabhava. Now Parabhava, the way it has been written that Parabhava is the 40th year in the 60-year cycle. The literal meaning of the Sanskrit word Parabhava is defeat, humiliation, or ruin. However, in a cyclical sense, it can also imply the end of a phase before a new one begins. So, what are the general characteristics and the predictions? So, political global. So, this year may be marked by the defeat or downfall of strong, arrogant leaders or regimes. There could be significant political setbacks or humiliations for ruling powers, leading to major change in the government structure or the international alignments. So, like the way it happens in the Canadian politics, so Justin Trudeau got Katy Perry. So in America, we do not know like the way Trump is going ahead and he's turning back because now see the thing is inflation is rising, and with all this tariff and all, and like because the general American population. See, the thing is, okay, it hardly matters that your ideology, your philosophy, greater nation. I believe in all that MAGA thing. I believe in all of that. Okay, you have to think in the lines of making your nation and your country great and all. But when you go for buying the grocery and you see the impact of that, so everything is getting expensive and the hit is coming. Now, it hardly matters whether you're Republican, you're Democrat, whether you follow Fox, you follow CNN. When you go to the grocery, you pay the bills, you see that right in there in front of you. So that means there will be a lot of the like I would not say, see, the thing is it's not the humiliation or defeat in that sense. It's just like that there will be a lot of the U-turn, there will be a lot of the taco, lot of the U-turn will happen where he has to rethink that. And yeah, even internally, there's going to be a lot of the resistance which the people in the power has to face. So I guess why the whole media celebrated the win of this New York mayor Mamdani. They all celebrated because the voice which he represented, and it actually showed the public support for like the values and all, like the that okay, all that anti-immigrant and all of that which is happening. It's not our voice. It's not. We're not comfortable with that. So yes, the Parabhava Samvatsar supports that. Supports that. And again, see again, this Samvatsar blending it with the Jupiter as the king is giving us that hope. So with Jupiter being the Raja and this Parabhava as a Samvatsar is very supportive. So the general characteristics and predictions. So in Vedic astrology, a Prabhava year is often associated with the following predictions. So political, global, marked with the yeah, we have discussed that, economic, social. So the combined rule of Jupiter as a Raja, as a king, and Mars as the Mantri, as the minister in a Parabhava year suggest the noble, wise intentions of the king Jupiter may be executed by the aggressive, decisive hand of the minister Mars. Like it was also actually it was very enlightening, when the from the America, their defense secretary, when he gave this thing that okay, we cannot be called as the defense ministry, we have to be the war ministry, because because we do not defend, we are the one who go and wage war, to for the righteousness, for the right values, right reasons. So yes, we get to know from this that with the mantri being the Mars is not a concern, because it is being well guided by the right values of the Jupiter as the king, throned as the king, and the Samvatsar, even the numerology calculation of the number one, the solar, the sun kind of vibration, universal year, all of that is a very positive, supportive combination. Now, a possible scenario where moral or legal conflicts are settled decisively or even militarily. I saw this, even the Venezuela, this leader, they're like all singing that Imagine song and no war, no war. So yeah, I would say like yeah, the morality and all is going to prevail next year for sure. Leading to yeah, so a challenging but ultimately transformative year where the old ways are defeated to make way for the new. Okay, now after this, then we will dive into the customized, personalized like inputs for all the rising signs. But again, see Navjeet, and for all the community members, whenever you are starting a new year, and like obviously everyone is curious, everyone is interested that what this year can bring for me, and I need to observe it, check it from different parameters, from different direction. I always emphasize that first look at the numerology. Over the years, in my personal experience, consulting experience in my personal life, personal year always turned out to be very precise. So personal year is very
Mhm.
simple. You calculate it in numerology with your date of birth, your month of birth, and add it with the calendar year. So if I'm born on Feb 10th, February 10th, so that means February is 2. From 10, we will get the 1 and plus 2026. So the adding, if you will add 2026, it will result to number 10 can be reduced to 1 in numerology. We always reduce it to a single digit. So that means in my case, if I'm born on Feb 10th, in 2026, my personal year is going to be 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4. So personal year always gives very good guidelines. So I would say that if you're planning for this year for yourself, first give attention to the numerology. Do not overlook it. It also carries a lot of the weight, very authentic from Vedic astrology. So you have to see in your chart what these three entities are doing in your chart next year. So Saturn's primarily major stay in the Uttar Bhadrapada, in which house it is happening for you. Saturn is going to be giving results with the purest essence. So that means the lifetime achievement award, either you will be entitled for that or you will be head in the direction for greatness. So that kind of potential is there. You will get the right career guidance. So I'm not selling myself that okay, get career guidance and counseling consultation from me, but in general, whomsoever you will go, you will get the right career guidance. And it is also going to be very good for especially the youngsters, like someone who has just completed studies and is about to embark on career, head start his career. So it's very supportive. Saturn being in the Uttar Bhadrapada primarily is very supportive for the career guidance or something to do with deeper commitment to spirituality. It's not like something very superficial or something with just like here and there, or something which is in the TikTok trend. It's like about deeper level of commitment. Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada, like the way we those kind of news comes from India, where people take sannyas, they take mantras, they take diksha, and some of the people in the Jain community, they become a monk. Imagine a Jan guy from a very rich family, so much inheritance, and he can get from his family, and he become a monk, and they celebrate that. So that level of commitment with Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada. Jupiter's transit, like see the thing is that's what I'm saying. Like with Jupiter transiting from the Gemini, from the Cancer, from the Leo. So all these are the zodiac signs. With Gemini, we lay foundation to something. With Cancer, there's a lot of contentment, happiness, political, and influence on the masses. influence on the masses. And with, again, with Leo is all about that regality, that throne, that power which comes to you. So Jupiter is also in a very benefic kind of alignment, where it is happening and what it is doing in your chart. So based on your rising sign, where Jupiter's movement is happening, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Rahu, Ketu. So I say that Saturn is about, see, your career related endeavors. We generally see from the Saturn what it is doing in your chart. With Jupiter, the blessing aspect is with the Jupiter, what it is doing in your chart. Rahu, Ketu is like the destiny's shift, something which is very hidden, something which is very invisible. You do not know that in which what turn destiny will take for you, and especially in those charts, because I'm very much familiar with those kind of specific alignment, where we say that there's a term in Hindi, bandhit kundali. Like, you are born with a Kalsarp yoga, you're born with Janam around the Amavas, you're born with many Pitra doshas. So these are the chart, it hardly matters. Their destiny, their chart is blocked, and it will activate on its own at a specific time. So Rahu Ketu shift becomes very important in those cases. See, Jupiter, we say that Jupiter can only bring things to those people who are the eligible candidates with no blockages. But if you have some karmic blockages, Pitra dosha, cursed combination, which people don't like me talking about that, but it's a reality. And that is the only reason I see people like all the time. They're like, from 10 years, see, if from 10 years you're not able to find someone, Jupiter would have transited so many times, expected to the seventh house. Why it's not happening? And someone, if it's like, okay, you are struggling for 1 year, 2 year, I can buy that. Okay, that transit and dasha would not have matched. But if it is not happening from 10 years, 15 years, that means there is some problem. And then people, say that, oh, that astrologer charge a huge money for that upayas and all. Arey Baba, you have that problem in your chart. You don't have a common cough and cold, which are over the counter kind of medicine. If you have a cancer, so you need a proper chemo, right? And that is expensive. So that's what I'm saying. So Rahu Ketu is very important, is very, very important. Jupiter is good for the general layman, a layman person. But those who are facing the heat of any karmic blockages, Rahu Ketu's shift actually brings clarity or more blockage, either ways. Active dasha is very important. You have to see that next year. So any good astrologer will match. Any good astrologer will start from point number A to point number B. So first he will see that where the transit is happening of these planets. Then he will come to the point number B. Then he will see that which dasha is active. The planetary time period is active in your chart. And then comes the number 3, Varshafal. So this Hindu Varshafal is also very important. Wherever the Munta is in that year, the Varshesh is there. So that also very important. So any new year prediction analysis is primarily done in through Vedic astrology, these through following these 3 steps. And yes, because it's like I'm going to Bodhi meditation, a lot of the Chinese community, I'm building network and connection. So I've been doing research on the Chinese astrology as well. So I made that video on my channel as well recently. So like the primarily the 12 animals based on your birth year. So if you're born in 1972, there's out of the 12 animals, there's one specific animal which represents you. And next year, 2026, as per the lunar year calculation, is the fire horse year. So, but again, if you, but because that will give you superficial knowledge unless and until you do not get a customized guidance. But as if now, for this discussion's sake, just focus on your personal year, and from the Vedic astrology, these 3 points: the transit of these planets, active dasha, and the Varshfal, the Munta, where is Munta, where is Varshesh, that is suffice. Now, Navjeet ji, after this, we will now shift to briefly looking at that as a value of the time which our community members have spent so far on this channel, on this video, on this discussion, that what is in store for them, customized for them. So we'll just briefly look at this. I'll just have a small what. Okay. So for the Aries people, the timelines we have already discussed over here. So I will just shift to the next slide. So what is happening for the Aries rising in the year 2026? So the good thing is that, see, Aries people are very fortunate in this way that the whole department and the portfolio, the Raja and the Mantri, is their ascendant lord and their ninth lord. So that is kind of a saving grace for the Aries Lagna, that Mantri and Raja, they both are good planets for them. That's the first thing. Second thing is that we say that, see, if you will even give attention to Jupiter's transit. So Jupiter is going from some very good houses. See, with the Jupiter stay in the third house. So it gives its aspect to your like house of the marriage, house of the wish fulfillment. So like finding someone, starting something new, it is supportive. When Jupiter will come to the fourth house, many auspicious events happen in the life, in the domestic life, in the family life. All the shubh manglik event generally happens, like buying a house, or like this could be starting a business, political success, attainment of position. Jupiter gives aspect to the 10th house as well. And when Jupiter will enter in the fifth house, so that means like a childbirth and all. So like finding someone, building a house, and having children. So all of the Jupiter in a way is going through some very good houses for the Aries Lagna. So if I were to say, especially from the Manglik or the domestic and the auspiciousness. See, Navjeet ji, one thing which I want to make it clear. See, I do not want to make a 2 hour long video for one zodiac sign. Like imagine 12 sign, 24-hour long video, just okay, every month what is happening, where is Jupiter, where is Mercury. See, that is all like then probability, speculation. Because unless and until I do not know your natal chart, I do not know your
Yeah,
running chart, I can keep talking like non-stop. That does not make any sense.
yeah.
Whole objective in these concise topic and video is that you will get a synopsis summary, that in which area blessing is, in which area karmic shift is happening for you, and in which area Saturn is asking you to work hard. It's just a synopsis of that. So if I were to say, the blessing of the Jupiter is coming in the domain of, if you are trying to build a house, any of the important family life related decision, next year seems to be very supportive for that. We say that, see, the prospects of marriage and wedding, like especially from the Indian point of view, in the Eastern point of view, it's like it's a event which gets celebrated for many days. Relatives come, you start doing the shopping, then you book the events, and so many things, so many gala event and happen. So marriage is not like that. Like in your house, your family life, and some of the people who have got their wedding done, they start the preparation from so many months in advance. So that means with Jupiter in the fourth house, that means it will keep you busy, occupied for all this manglik event preparation. And with the fifth house, the childbirth, initiating something new, it's a house of the poor punya. And at the same time, Saturn is there in your 12th house. So that also tells about that something from your past life, from the poor punya, can also be accessed and activated. So Jupiter is very blessed next year for Aries, for some new harmonious beginnings, auspicious beginning for them. When we talk about Rahu and Ketu, so Rahu and Ketu is very, very important, and it is equally applicable for those charts in their cases where there is a some kind of the bandhan. See, the bandhan or the blockages generally happens because of the Rahu and Ketu only, 90% of the time. The Kalsarp yoga and all these kind of eighth house problem, Pitra dosha problem. So that means if Rahu is active in the 11th house, it is activating your like and working towards your manifestation, towards a wish fulfillment. I remember like last year when I was in India, I was like I gotten in touch with the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan students, very senior faculty, and that's what they said, that in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan they say Rahu is the Byahu. Rahu which gets the marriage done, because people have this notion that okay, Rahu can only give the material thing, or it can corrupt someone's character. No, Rahu can also give you marriage. Rahu is the chief significant of the desires, and it is in the peak house of the Kama triangle. So that means many wishes can be fulfilled for the Aries Lagna regarding that. The concern with the Saturn is that, see, the thing is with Saturn's stay in the 12th house, 12th house is something which demands like too much from us. And with the 12th house, this is not a house which can be comprehended with calculation. Like you cannot do a proper like a transactional thing with the 12th house, because it has such a strong vacuum. It only takes things from you. So that means whatever the Aries Lagna native are going to be doing, especially in terms of their career endeavors, just just do the good thing and surrender it to the divine will, that whatever is happening, and live by day. Like do not make very long far sighted plans and all, because Saturn in the 12th house is demanding, like we say that when it will happen, Saturn decide the time. It will give you something which is very strong, very, very potent, very powerful, but on its own terms, at its own time. So patience is very much required, and surrender to the divine will is very much required. Your job is just to do the work and leave the fruits to the divine. This is what Saturn is asking. So if I were to summarize, Navjeet ji, for the career point of view for the Aries, it will demand a lot of the hard work, but you will find opportunities, especially like if you're working in the domain of the foreign lands or spirituality. It's a golden time for you. You are a Aries Lagna, you are doing a course on the Ayurveda, you're doing a course in astrology, and you're thinking about starting up your yoga school, or like you are in India in or you are in like you are in Thailand or any place, you're learning some healing course and you're thinking about that I will complete my course, and in 2026, by the mid of the 2026, I'll be back in my province, in my city, and I will start my own studio. So stars will support you. So again, a lot is dependent on that. How much is the foreign land or the elements of the spirituality is connected in your case? If that is getting applicable, this could be a year of major milestone, major achievements for the Aries. In terms of the relationship, beyond any doubt, very supportive for the marriage and the gains through networking. Jupiter's transit in itself, Jupiter's movement in itself is promising that. When we talk about the luck percentage, so I would say that the double transit impact is going to be on the ninth house. So Saturn in any case is giving its 10th aspect to this house. Jupiter, when it is in the Gemini, it is going to be giving its aspect, and when it will briefly come to the Leo, then also it will give its aspect. So ninth house is very much accentuated for the Aries Lagna. So and when we talk about the health, so health is not a major concern. Health was a concern before, when Saturn was giving its third aspect to the ascendant, which is the case of the Taurus when we will reach the Taurus native. But for health, especially if I were to only give attention to the chart basis these planets, because generally major problem happens when Saturn gives a third aspect, or when Rahu is in the eighth house, infection, allergies, seasonal flu, that happens when Rahu is in the eighth house, or Saturn from the 11th house give its third aspect. So I'm not seeing any major health concern. The stress point of this year for the Aries is going to be difficulties in saving money. So yeah, that is going to be a concern because Saturn in the 12th house, so expenses are going very high. Even Rahu can sometimes give many lifestyle expenses and all. And a childbirth concern. So till the time Ketu is in the fifth house, wherever Ketu is transiting in the chart, that area is blocked. That area we do not have any clarity. The temporary elements of the denial and the problem generally stays like that. Although the case is different, Jupiter will enter in the at the end of the year around October, November. When Jupiter will enter, it will bless it. But yes, these are the two concerns which are the stress point for the Aries Lagna. When we talk about the manifestation and the fulfillment potential, so yes, many long-term goals and wishes could get fulfilled this year. So yeah, for the Aries Lagna, this year is a harbinger of good news. There is a lot of the purity in the energy of the planets. So what is expected of the Aries is that you also be pure in your intention. So when it comes down to your career endeavors, so whatever you're doing in terms of your career endeavors, do it with the proper responsibility, accountability, honesty, integrity. It's like even if your bosses are not observing you, monitoring you, deep inside you have to know that okay, I have to do my karma, I have to do my job with purity and honesty. Same goes with Jupiter. Any ethical duties, obligation, being you have been responsible for. So honesty, integrity is very much important. This is what all the planets in the purest essence in the nakshatra are indicating. And if you will follow that, universe will reward you. That's all what I can say for the Aries. So all the best and best wishes to all the Aries Lagna. Even to me, I'm also Aries, so all the very best wishes to me. Let's move forward. Talking about for the Taurus. So for the Taurus Lagna, this year, the good part about the Taurus Lagna native is that, okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, so for the Taurus, the when I talk about their career prospect, so for the career prospect, this is a very growth-oriented year for them, and the experimentation will be the key to achieving a stable position. Now, why I say this thing? See, for the Taurus Lagna, Saturn, Rahu, Mercury, Venus, they are good planets for them, for the Taurus rising. And Saturn, we say that Saturn demands a lot of hard work and all, but when Saturn is making any connection with the 11th house, somehow, see, this is what the beauty of this house is, that where the planets are somehow obliged, they are bound to give something, and gains happen from this house. So, having a rulership of the luck and the house of your career in the house of the wish fulfillment is a very good news. Rahu in the 10th house, we say that it could be slightly vulnerable for workplace politics and all, but again, if you are again the energy of the planet work on the same level, what matters most is what is your credibility, where you stand in the whole hierarchy of the society. So let's say for example, if you are an international diplomat, it is a very good time for you. If you are a tech entrepreneur, it is a very good time for you. So that's how we say, and that is the only reason I have written that it could be highly growth oriented year. Experimentation will be the key to achieving a stable position. That means Rahu's in the 10th house, so try things. Like even if you feel sometimes like you go for a you have been finalized for that job. Now it's the last round of the salary negotiation, remuneration. Even if the package which you have in the mind, it looks very extraordinary high. It looks very grandiose. Nothing wrong in just trying your luck, right? That's what Rahu say. Rahu in the 10th house means experiment, try things. You never know how it will work out. So dream and think big. And the dispositor of the Rahu's in the 11th house, it might and Saturn in the 11th house has got more to do with people who are in the secure and the stable position. So it can actually grant you that, now you are in a, like the way we say that, if you are in, if you even if you are like getting hefty paychecks, you're working as an actor, you never know that today, for the politician and actors, their fortune fluctuates a lot. But let's say, for example, you are in a federal government job, so you are in a secure place, you do not have to worry about that, okay, my job will go away unless and until nothing wrong happens. So I mean to say, Saturn in the 11th house can put you in a stable position. So especially even in India, like people who are trying for any government job exam, which is a dream for many people, so it can actually grant you that. In terms of the relationship, so the period of June through October is supportive for the marriage, for them, when Jupiter is going to be exalted in the third house, in the Cancer. So it is going to be very supportive, and you will fulfill all the social obligations and the domestic responsibility this year. I always say that the domestic responsibilities generally we see from the second house, third house, fourth house. Like these are the houses which make someone very family oriented, very domestic person. So Jupiter is going to be transiting from over here. So that means you will fulfill all the social obligations and the domestic responsibilities this year. And the time period from June till October is very supportive even for the marriage. The luck percentage, see, the overall assessment I put like this because the double transit impact is going to be on the 8th house, and the strengthened ninth lord's position in the 11th house. So yes, overall assessment is good, in terms of luck supporting them or luck playing a key role in taking them to the right places for the Taurus for the next year. Health is a concern, slight concern, because Saturn's third aspect is not easy energy to deal with, and Saturn's third aspect is going to be looking at their ascendant, which will demand a lot of attention, and especially on the months when Venus, their ascendant lord, is going to get debilitated, it is going to get conjunct with the Ketu. So those are the times when they have to be careful. The stress point of this year for them is expect workplace politics and hard work for any resulting gains. So yeah, hard work needs to be there, and the workplace politics is something, like whatever job they do, whatever responsibilities they have to perform, they have to be very mindful that, okay, take it proper, do it proper documentation way, do not get entangled with controversial projects, do not say any controversial things and all. So all of that will be important for them. The manifestation and the wish fulfillment percentage for them, so yes, there will be lifetime achievement for many, Saturn being in the 11th house in the Uttar Bhadrapada nakshatra in the major portion of the time. So this could be a case that people who are already 60, 70-year old, they will be rewarded, recognized for their contribution, and people who are getting head started in their career in any specific field, so being led in the right direction, there's a high possibility of that. So in for any career guidance, you will not be led in a wrong direction. I'm not seeing any illusion, any confusion, any problem over there. So yes, that's what I have to add for the Taurus. So Navjeet ji, if we will do any further video on this, and then if the community members want me to include like the transit of the planet Mars, transit of the movement of the Venus, and then give a guideline more customized, then we can think about that in future. But right now
Yeah.
our objective is just to look at what Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and Jupiter is doing. So my summary for the Taurus native is that Saturn in the 11th house, beyond any doubt, you are a very strong contender for something which is going to be there for long. It's not like going to be fluctuating. You will get something, a very stable kind of government project, uh, political wins. All of that can happen. Landslide, big political wins can happen. Rahu and Ketu in destiny and the karmic events will play a very significant role in bringing things to you, or in certain cases taking things away from you, or even removing some blockages regarding which you're not being, like many times people say upon, like I'm just stuck in a same job, in a same position, in a same thing for many years. So this could be time of the turnaround for them. And Jupiter, yes, domestic life, marriage, family responsibilities, they will shoulder that with complete efficiency. There's no denying to that. And yes, I always say Jupiter in the Punarvasu is also very good energy for second marriage. People who are like a strong contender for the second marriage or something, or in the family business, you did not find the success in the first attempt. This could be the time for you. So yes, all the best for the Taurus. And now let's move to the Gemini. So for the Gemini natives, yeah, a lot of the good stuff is happening. Saturn being the significator of the 10th house, Saturn being there in the 10th house is a supportive news for them. Jupiter, the planet of the blessing, will start the year being there in their first house. That is also supportive. It will get exalted from June till October. It is going to be exalted in the second house. Important purchases, manglik event in the family, in the kutum, like accentuated finance and the family matters. I can see for the Gemini. And if I were to look at the shift of the destiny, so Rahu and Ketu, so this is a very supportive time. Again, I have been saying this thing for even this year as well, that if you are like thinking about doing some international course in international university, exchange student program, or you want to go to India, learn Ayurveda, then open up your own studio here, learn yoga, travel to some part of the world, learn some distant learning courses and all, or either this could be through travels and all. So yeah, it's very good for that. It's very supportive for that. See, Rahu in the ninth house, luck and fortune plays a hide and seek. But again, a lot is dependent on your intention as well. A lot is dependent on the kind of dasha you're currently running through, because it can actually suddenly luck can put you in the right position in the right places as well. So yeah, that is what is happening for the Gemini. So the career, few pointers which I have written for them. So this will be a very promising year where luck will bring many substantial opportunities to them. And again, see, a lot is dependent on individual as well. So are you an ambitious person? Are you kind of person who want to outgrow your prevailing circumstances? Or you have made peace with the same monotonous life? You have made peace with being in a rut? Although that is not a case with the Gemini. Gemini like are the most adventure seeker, and like they are always looking for new experiences. But yes, if you are a kind of person who look for experiences, you want to outgrow your current situation, you want to grow, you want to scale up, so stars are going to be supportive for you. So yeah, this is what about the career. About the relationship, traditional arranged marriages are supported. Just stick to your values. So yeah, just in order to attract someone to you, impress someone, so don't compromise on your values. For this year, there's a lot of the purity which is attached with the planets mapping their movement till the nakshatra. So there's a lot of the purity. So what is expected out of you is that stick to your values. Jupiter in the second house, and it's like whatever Jupiter will do from like June till October. Afterwards, even if you will pay attention, Ketu is coming over there. So that means a lot of attention will go in the matters of your core values and all. So stick to your values. Much supported for the traditional arranged marriage. When we talk about the luck percentage, so luck will fluctuate a lot. But the stable placement of Saturn and Jupiter will reward the risk taking and expansive endeavors. When we talk about the health, so there is no major concern. Just be watchful of the laziness and the weight gain. Jupiter in the first house, that is what I'm seeing. Stress point is expect some slow developments at the workplace. See, yeah, Saturn is in the 10th house, so nothing is gonna come easy or it's gonna happen like this. You have to be working hard and kind of ready for slow development and the manifestation and the wish fulfillment percentage. So yes, many auspicious events in your family life could materialize this year. Yeah, Jupiter's focal attention and like its placement in the second house is indicating that. So yes, that's what I can say for the Gemini. If I were to summarize, Saturn's placement in the 10th house tells about that in the career place. I always say this thing, that Saturn in the 11th house is the placement which give you reward, which give you result. Saturn in the 10th house, don't ask the universe for the promotion. Ask the universe to give me those projects where I can shine, so that when Saturn will move to the 11th house, it can I can be contender for that recognition and promotion. But when Saturn is influencing in your 10th house, demand and ask the universe for the work. not for the result or the fruit. Ask for the work. Jupiter is very supportive for the family life, for the family finances and all. It's very very supportive. And when Jupiter is going to be there in their first house, so some manglik event, and there will be divine protection for sure. Especially people who are connected with the judiciary, people who are connected with the teaching, coaching, finance, banking. Very very supportive time for them. Even for those people who are like trying to secure a loan, any sponsorship, any funding, stars are very supportive for them. And Rahu and Ketu, the destiny and the karmic shift in their ninth house and the third house is supportive. Although this is a kind of a conflicting axis, because we all know that Rahu in the third house is strong, Ketu in the ninth house is strong. But even after that, I would say that Rahu actually, I remember like the very first time I got this insight was from Prash Trivedi's book on Nakshatra. Like even the Rahu in the ninth house, he's a great astrologer. He has written it in such a good light that Rahu in the ninth house can actually give you a chance for many chances. It's not like one, many chances of Bhagyodaya. Some people have this thing that, okay, at one phase in their life, the golden time comes or Bhagyodaya. But Rahu in the ninth house, you can have multiple options, provision in the life for that, for the Bhagya Uday, activation of the luck. So, yes, that's all I have to say for the Gemini. All the very best, best wishes, friends. Now, let's move to the Cancer. So, for the Cancer, I have my blood pressure reading in the evening with the doctor. I'm just having hibiscus tea as much as it is possible. Okay, yeah. So, for the Cancer, for the Cancer Lagna, friends, in your case, starting with your career first. So your luck and goodwill will bring many opportunities. Jupiter being exalted in the first house, and again Jupiter being the ninth lord. Jupiter in itself individually is a significator of the luck. In your case, it shine with purity because it rules that house as well. So there's a lot of the purity and the synchronicity. So when we talk about the relationship, expect a lot of inspiration and guidance from your spouse and the friends this year. Their energy, their aura, their energy is very supportive for you. When we talk about the luck percentage, so though the ninth lord is the ascendant, though the ninth lord is in the ascendant, Saturn is also present in the ninth house. And with the double transit impacting the sixth house, it means you will have to shine your luck through hard work. So, yeah, that is much required in the case, because, yeah, with the Saturn, wherever Saturn sits, it slows down the signification of that house. So, yeah, they are a strong contender, but that does not mean that they will stop putting the hard work or the efforts. If you are putting equal level of hard work and efforts, luck will shine. High possibility of that. Health is a concern. I always say that when Rahu is in the eighth house or Saturn aspecting the first house ascendant, is a health concern. So Rahu in the eighth house will keep you vulnerable. So this could be infection, allergy, seasonal flu, and all. A lot is dependent on their running dasha as well. See, again, for some people this could be a case that they will like they will catch some infection and problem. And for certain people, Sadbhisha is the nakshatra of the cure as well. For some people, if they have been going through some chronic problem and health issue, they might find the cure of that as well. So it's equally applicable both ways. Stress point, eighth house, beyond any doubt, especially those who have Rahu active in the dasha in 2026. So if in 2026 you are in the Rahu Dasha, especially the Antar Dasha, because Mahadasha is a major phase. Is the Antar Dasha tailor the events more? So if in the 2026 you are in the Rahu Antar Dasha, so you have to be very careful. Yeah, that's all what I can say. And especially because eighth house Rahu give more problem. If you're not cautious and careful, you're not alert, and you are engaged in something which is very dark, which is very secretive, which is very controversial, scandalous, indulgences, sins. So then you have to be extremely careful. Manifestation and the wish fulfillment potential percentage. So many long-term goals and wishes could get fulfilled, can get fulfilled this year. A golden period for them is from June till October, when Jupiter is going to be there in the first house. And again, friends, again, I live astrology. I will only sell those things which I have personally observed even in my personal life. So I'm actually seeing the influence of the Jupiter exalted in my personal life as well. Like from October 19th when it entered, and yeah, on December 3rd when it will finally again move back in the Gemini. So that means if someone tells you this thing that okay, nothing is happening, so no, I keep on getting feedback through discussion with other astrologers, with my clients as well. So from June till October is very golden time. Jupiter will again make an entry in your first house. It's in a Atichari motion, and matching it with strengthened Rahu based nakshatra, Saturn strengthened based on its nakshatra placement. So lot can be expected. So this is going to be a golden time for them. So yes, that's all what I can say for the Cancer Lagna natives, and for them as well, those who are like studying any Ayurveda, ninth house, like divine learning, Ayurveda, healing, meditation, Reiki healing, any occult subject related, or they are right now traveling, they are living in East in some other country and getting this learning from a Gurukul, Guru Shishya Parampara, very good time for them. Obviously, because Jupiter is there in the first house. If you are getting it through a Guru Shishya Parampara right now, oh my goodness, Navjeet, when last year when I went to India after like 6 years being here, I was so thrilled, so motivated that please God align energy like this that I want to experience that Guru Shishya Parampara kind of thing. I enrolled for courses in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, but again, see, Bharati Vidya Bhavan is still like a modern day college and all, with all the scientific thing. I actually wanted to experience that, which some of the Westerners are very lucky that they get to experience that. They live in a very, very small towns and villages in Vrindavan, in those places, and they find a guru and they get the guidance and learning from that in that divine experience and aura. So you are very fortunate if life brings that to you, if you're running the shy supporting that. So yes, that's all what I can say. Saturn is very pure. Rahu Ketu axis is very pure. Lot of the churning which will happen, all the mystical, esoteric experiences, epiphany, awakening generally happens from here. So yes, that's all what I can say for the Cancer Lagna. Overall, a very supportive, very auspicious year for the Cancer Lagna. Even in their case, the Mantri and the Raja, they both are like Jupiter, Mars. They are good planets for the Cancer Lagna. So a lot to be expected for them. So yeah, my best wishes for the Cancer Lagna natives. Moving ahead with the our Leo, the king of the zodiac belt, the Lions. So for the Leo, so what is happening when we talk about the career? So expect a huge potential in the foreign lands and the breakthrough in the research, because Jupiter being in the 12th house from June till October, Saturn is already there in the 8th house. Now it is going to be in its purest essence in the Uttar Bhadrapada nakshatra, and it's a, like, some major breakthrough could happen for the Leo Lagna native this year. That's what I can say for their career. So astrology is like all about how much overlap is coming. So let's say for example, if this is what the transit of the karmic slow moving planets is indicating, these are the same planets which are somehow placed in the similar houses and are active in the dasha. So then things trigger. So this is how it happens in astrology. If we talk about relationship, so expect some karmic events to manifest through the people whom you will attract. So yeah, it's like that's how, because Rahu is there in the Sadbisha, then in the Dhanishta in the seventh house. So that means seventh house is the house of the relationship. So that tells about that yes, many karmic events will happen, and these foreign people, people who are like different from your culture and all, they will be they will be the medium for that to bring those events in your life. But just because Rahu and Ketu are in their purest essence, Ketu this year is going to be transiting in the Magha nakshatra as well. So this also tells about some sort of ancestral blessing, karmic blessing, and some purity. So that is how energy will work for the Leo Lagna. When we talk about the luck, so luck, I'm not seeing any concern, but again, the concern is that uh, Jupiter is there in the 12th house. Now, 12th house again is a tricky house. With 12th house, surrender is required, sacrifice is required, service is required, leaving things. Because you don't, okay, I have four planets in the 11th house. I can expect from the life. Life, give me this, give me that. I can plan. But if you have many planets in the 12th house and you do a lot of the planning, it will not work like that. This is the wrong code. You're following a wrong code. 12th houses means you do and you leave. You do and you forget. You do that's the reason, like why we say that we do all the calculation when we take money in the credit, we loan someone, or it's a transactional relationship. With 12th house it's not transactional. 12th house is just, it has to be done and forgotten. So yeah, Jupiter is there in the 12th house. So if they live their life in this essence, like charities, donation, pilgrimages, and very strong, unrelenting faith in the divine protection, in the divine grace. So then the magic happens. So yeah, that's all what I can say for their luck percentage. And I would say that for the Leo Lagna, next year is very supportive. Like if they get a chance for any Dev Darshan, any Tirth Yatra, any pilgrimage, it's going to be very supportive for them. The health, if I were to focus on the health, no major concern as such based on the transit. If I were to say, the thing is, see, Rahu is in the sixth, and Saturn is in the eighth. So, but again, the thing is, Saturn is the significator of the eighth house. See, Rahu will go in the sixth house, but only in the end of the year, so we do not have to worry about that. So it will happen only in the December. So yeah, no major concern. Unless Saturn is active in the Dasha or the Sade Sati. So if you are a Leo Lagna and you are, for example, a Pisces moon, then this could be a concern for you. So if you are a Leo Lagna, you are a Pisces moon, so that means you are in the Sade Sati, Saturn is active in the Dasha, then you have to be cautious, you have to be careful, especially the health. And I always say, transit plays a very significant role. Why I always used to get this impression that okay, with Arjun Pai ji's the platform and the overall the Venus energy is very strong, and we are doing this reading on this day, right? So transit plays a very significant role. If you are like Leo Lagna, you are a Pisces moon, and Saturn is active in the dasha. If you pick any disease, this might become a chronic. So this is what you have to be careful. Like transit is all the time giving us indication. Anything which comes to you when moon is in the influence of the Jupiter, it has a blessing hidden to it. Anything which comes in the influence of the Saturn, it might affect you for a longer span of time. So this is how you have to make an analysis and the judgment. Stress point of this year, high expenses. But see, the thing is, again, they are like those expenses which are bad in nature, bad debt, being scammed, being in scandal, paying the fees to the lawyer. But here we are talking about some auspicious and the good natured expenses. So yeah, some shubh manglik kharche. That's what we can say or see. And the manifestation and the wish fulfillment percentage. So yeah, many long-term goals and wishes could get fulfilled this year. There's a good possibility of that, especially with Jupiter being in such a alignment. And Ketu is a very important planet for them in the Magha Nakshatra. So that potential is there. So again, Navjeet ji, if I were to summarize, with Saturn's placement in their eighth house, all what I can say for the Leo Lagna is that if they are like connected with anything to do with the research, with occult, petroleum, mining, manpower management, all those things like construction material, things which comes from under the ground, if you are in that nature of business, so it's a very supportive time. If you are in a family business, it's a Ketu, like Ketu rule. If you are your Lagan Nakshatra is also Magha, you are in a family business, it's going to be very, very supportive time for you. And foreign exploration, pilgrimage, overall a supportive time. That's all what I can say for the Leo Lagna. The blessing for them will come only through doing the seva, doing the bhakti, and not expecting anything. Like sometimes people even with the people even make the bhakti very transactional. Okay, I got this Gayatri Puja for this many days. I did the Sundarkand for this many days. When will I get the result? So no, it's not like that. With the bhakti, you cannot make it transactional. It's not like so yeah, that's all what I can say for the Leo natives. Moving ahead for the Virgo. Okay, now comes the empty part. Now I said, okay, in any case, I have to talk a lot about it. So let me just just verbally talk about that only. Okay, so for the Virgo, friends, in your case, Saturn is there in the Uttar Bhadrapada. So from your spouse, from your partner, you will get a lot of the wisdom this year for sure. And I always say, people say that, okay, fourth houses of the masses, I say that all the strange encounters which happens, like today, if I go to that meditation retreat, I sign up for that class. I do not know who I will meet. So those kind of encounters generally happens from the seventh house. Saturn is there in the Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Lot of the wisdom, lot of the learning, which will happen through alliance, through collaboration, through partnership. Jupiter is going to be transiting your 11th house. A very good news from June till October. Some auspicious event will happen. Wishes will be fulfilled. There is a high possibility of that. And see, the Virgo natives have to be very careful and have to be very proactive. See, the whole chemistry of the planet and their energy is that whatever Jupiter expand, when Ketu comes, Ketu closes it. Ketu, close it down. 90% of the times, like in my astrology consultation experience career, I've seen that 90% of the people in their life, the problems are happening where Ketu is transiting or where Saturn is transiting. Ketu is transiting in the sixth house, you lose your job, say it goodbye for 1.5 years. You will have a long sabbatical, long break. So that's what we say. So for them, it's like whatever Jupiter is opening for them, immediate after that Ketu is coming. So the June till October is a very, very proactive time for some auspicious event to happen in their life. Marriage, childbirth, being considered for a seniority role and all. So all of that can happen. Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu, this is like being agreed by a majority of the astrologers, whether they follow Lal Kitab, they follow Vedic, or any form of astrology. Rahu's transit in the sixth house and Ketu's transit in the 12th house is considered as one of the best. So I would say that if you are already in the tech sector, it's a very good time for you. You have to write any competitive exam, it's a very good time for you. You are in a pharmaceutical, medicine, healing industry, you're trying to launch something connected to this industry, stars will support you. Because see, first of all, we have to see the overlap. In individually, the Virgo Lagan in itself means a maiden with the herbs. The Virgo in itself means medicine and the healing. This is what the Lagan in itself represents. Over and above that, Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada, meditation, spirituality, Rahu being in the sixth house, again in the Sadbisha, that also represents the same. Jupiter in the 11th house. So let's say, for example, you are thinking about launching an app or launching a proper platform for healing, yoga, meditation, retreat, tech. So it's going to be very beneficial time for you. So in terms of the career, many long-term career goals will be attainable in the year 2026, and the year will be especially supportive for the entrepreneurs. Very, very supportive. Relationship, the period is supportive for marriage. But again, Saturn is in the seventh house. Sincerity is needed. Like whomsoever you quote, how sincere you are. It's like, sometimes we feel that other person is not observing, but everyone around you is observing you, that how credible your intentions are when you approach someone. So this is equally applicable for the business. This is equally applicable in the matters of the love, romance, and marriage as well. If I were to say, when we talk about the luck percentage, so luck is supportive because Jupiter's long stay in the 11th house will actually prove out to be supportive in many avenues, and this luck will shine because of the family support, or this could be support of other people, support of the partner as well. So people around you in your family will play a very significant role. No matter wherever you are in the life, don't undermine or overlook the importance of the family dynamics, or support of the partner for all of your major endeavors, your dreams for this year. When we talk about the health, so regarding the health, see, the health point of view, just like that, in certain combination, the health of the spouse could be a concern. Health of the spouse could be a concern, slight vulnerability of that. But overall, Saturn from the seventh house will give its aspect to the first house. But again, it is not as vulnerable as it could be for the Taurus Lagna, where Saturn is giving its third aspect. Third aspect actually gives lot of like it gives more problem. And in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Saturn in the seventh house with the Libra, it is considered as exalted, is considered as very strong. So, not I'm not seeing major concerns in the health domain. When we talk about the stress point, so stress point for as per me is that in the sixth house and the 12th house, the hidden factors somehow play an integral role. Like we say that the like don't because other aspect in your chart are so supportive that if it is possible to even bend and avoid a confrontation, avoid an argument, it is much better for you, because unnecessary getting into conflict will drain too much of your energy, which otherwise can be utilized for many auspicious gains and many other better things. So my recommendation for the Virgo Lagna as a stress point is just refrain from getting into any office politics or any conflicts. It will it will be much better for you. That's all what I can say. The manifestation and the wish fulfillment percentage, it's very high for them. This percentage is very high for them because of from June till October, Jupiter's a graceful presence in their 11th house. So this aspect is very, very supportive for them. So yes, Navjeet ji, that's all what I can say for the Virgo. My piece of advice for them is that in the matters of relationship, be as wise, be as fair as it is possible, and there's a lot of purity happening over here. And take any advice which comes to you from your partner very seriously. It will come from a place of deeper wisdom and experience. So it will help you big time. From June till October, if you're planning something, so don't delay, don't procrastinate it. Like I would say that for any auspicious event, like this could be planning a child, proposing someone, tying a knot, getting married, starting a family. So June till October is very supportive for that. And yes, refrain from any conflicts. And if you are a tech entrepreneur, you're working in the pharmaceutical, health, medicine industry, you are an entrepreneur, you are bringing a brand, you're launching it, doing a beta launch or something, stars will very, very much support you. So that's all what I can say for the Virgo. When we talk about Libra, Libra, my favorite. I always say, I always joke around in my platform. Libra rising. Yeah. So for the Libra Lagna natives, if I were to say for the Libra, Saturn is going to be there in the Uttar Bhadrapada nakshatra in their sixth house. Like at workplace, if I were to say, especially like if you want to like you work as a coach, a problem solver, you guide, you counsel people to get rid of their problems and all. So people who are in the counseling kind of roles, it is going to be very supportive for them. Saturn is also seen as a significator and karaka of the sixth house as well. So in a way, Saturn's placement is a good sign. And the Pisces energy has got a lot to do with like getting things out of our life. And Saturn's placement over here, it will actually fix your routine, your schedule, many things. It will bring them in a right perspective, in the right order for the Libra Lagna natives. Jupiter is in one of the very best houses. So Jupiter's transit from the ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, very good for their gains, for their public life, for their social interaction, social engagement, enhancement in the reputation. So regarding all of that, so Jupiter is actually transiting some very, very important houses. Like the way ideally even in a human life cycle we say that this is the house where you complete your studies, this is the house where you are in the competitive world of the life, where you try to establish your career, and this is the house where things manifest, the career goals and all. So the career is a major highlight for them. And see, the thing is, planets are perfectly aligned. Our Vedic astrologers and our all the saints and all the scholars, why they have said that Saturn is the karak of the sixth house, because the energy, there is a synchronicity over here with Saturn with the sixth house, because it actually makes you very hardworking. And if you are willing and ready to work hard and like face any competition, any challenges, life will open many doors for you. So many doors will open for the Libra Lagna, especially in terms of the career and travels, understanding of different culture and all. So many things are bound to happen. Rahu and Ketu in the fifth house and the 11th house. So again, see, the thing is, Rahu in the 11th house is considered as strong. Ketu in the fifth house is considered as strong. The only concern which they have to be mindful is that with Rahu in the fifth house, refrain from excessive thinking. Excessive thinking, overthinking might become problematic for the Libra Lagna natives. But let's say, for example, if you are in a tech sector and any investments in the tech sector will prove out to be very beneficial for them. Rahu in the Sadbhisha in the fifth house. Their mind, again, I'm saying this thing. If they're working as a problem solver, they are like working as an even in a HR position, they're working as a lawyer, as a coach. So it's a very beneficial for them. Like their mind will work with a lot of them. Like analytical skills, problem solving skills are going to be very perfect. The only one thing which they have to be mindful of is overthinking and excessive greed. Overthinking and excessive greed is something, this is the area where they have to be careful. We talk about from the Ketu's point of view. So Ketu in the 11th house is seen as very supportive, especially for people who are like very entitled, like where we say that we all know this thing that the son will take over the business from the father. So in all those kind of cases, and if you are doing something in the fields of the Ayurveda, in the fields of the spirituality and all, so it is going to be very supportive for you if your gains and your wishes are connected with spirituality and all. So it is going to be very supportive for them. And those people who are like a strong contender, you will be taking over the family business this year. So you are of that age now, the whole handover of the business is coming to you, so it is going to be very supportive for you. Ketu in the 11th house, like Ketu is connected with the flag. Ketu being in the 11th house, we say that the flag of your knowledge, your talent will shine. So it is good for that point of view. So again, Navjeet ji, if I were to say from the career point of view, so the hard work and because of the luck, many opportunities will come to them. When I talk about the relationship, so in the relationship point of view, especially the sincere seeker, people who are eyeing for marriage and people who are very sincere seeker, because this year there is an energy of that Mars and the Jupiter, and even the Samvatsar is supportive, and the universal year numerology vibration of number one. So new beginning is on the cards. So people who are like serious about tying the knot and all, so stars are very supportive. It's not like that any in the seventh house, no karmic planet is influencing it. No karmic planet like Rahu, Ketu, which can create a blockages, or Saturn, which can create a delays. It's not happening like this. So in terms of the relationship, it's very supportive. When we talk about the luck percentage, luck is very supportive for them. The only defining factor out of all these areas is the luck for them. So luck, planet Jupiter transiting from some auspicious houses will prove out to be very supportive for them. Regarding the health concern, Saturn is transiting in their sixth house. So I would say that any small minor thing which happens, get a proper test done. Don't let it become like, like a chronic or a long-term problem or a headache for you. Because yeah, when Saturn is influencing the sixth house and all, any small like overlooking any small kind of minor ailments start affecting and bothering us for a long span of time. So regarding the health, this is the area that they have to be careful. The stress point of this year for the Libra Lagna, if I were to say, again, Jupiter is one of in one of the best placement for them. If I were to say Saturn in the sixth house can still churn out good results for them. Even Ketu in the 11th house, in the 10th house can bring positive transformation and much awaited deserving rewards. The problem is the Rahu. Stress point is Rahu for them if not utilized well. Because Rahu can create illusion, suspicion in the relationship, doubting your partner, affairs, over excessive greed, ended up some heavy losses in the speculation in the stock market, and overthinking. So Rahu is the stress point for them, for the Libra Lagna natives being in the fifth house. Only if they do not know how to channelize it, utilize it properly. If they know how to utilize it well, this can actually create a millionaire out of a normal person. The only concern is if they do not know how to utilize it. So for the Libra Lagna, stress point of this year, as per me, is Rahu. Manifestation and the wish fulfillment, yes. Jupiter going from the 11th house, transiting from some important houses and all, it's very supportive. It's very supportive. So a huge potential in terms of the wish fulfillment for the Libra Lagna natives. And if Libra natives are, again, I would say the same thing. If they are working in the fields of the tech, problem solving, anything to do with the law, guidance and all, it's going to be very, very supportive year for the Libra Lagna. When we look at what is happening with the Scorpions. So for the Scorpions, see, the good thing about this year is that there's a lot of the purity in the energy of the planets. There's no denying of that. Their domestic life, their emotions and feelings. That is where the slight red flag is going to be there, because Rahu is very pure, but in the fourth house. That means inner insecurity, inner suspicion tend to remain when Rahu is there like this in the fourth house. Ketu in the 10th house can bring some much deserving reward, but at the same time, you have to be open and willing for the transformation, for a major revamp in your career endeavors. You have to be open towards that. When we talk about the planet Saturn, Saturn in the fifth house is very supportive, especially for the counselors, like people who work in the counseling field. They're the advisor. Like I'm sure that this could be even in the field of the politics. A lot of the times, like in Bihar election, there was this person Prashant Kishore. He has been seen as a political strategist for many political parties. Even in like even like a king or a leader or any president, prime minister, more than their own discretion or judgment, it's like their advisor, which play a very key role in shaping up the policies. So I mean to say, it's a very beneficial time for those Scorpio Lagna natives who are in a consulting or advisory kind of role. This could be a very, very a blessed time for them. When we talk about from the Jupiter's point of view, so yes, I'm sure the Scorpio Lagna native would have been paying attention that what is happening in their life from October 19th right now until December 3rd in their life, when Jupiter is exalted in the Cancer. Because whatever is happening in this phase, will repeat in next year from June till October as well. So, but yes, when we talk about the luck activating some important things in their life, it's a very supportive time. And how and in which capacity luck will affect them. So luck will activate in the ninth house, because Jupiter will be going towards Ketu, and Ketu will be coming back towards the ninth house of theirs. So that means some sort of like some major opportunities which will fall on their lap only because of the force of the nature. So yes, in their career front, and I would say for the Scorpio Lagna, don't be skeptical, don't be doubtful when it comes down to taking chances in their career. If life is giving you repetitive signs and omens are guiding you in a specific field, so that field might be suited for you, tailored for you. That's what I can say for the Scorpions. So Saturn is supportive for them. The only concern is that any of the matters of the childbirth, there might be certain delays which they might have to face. Jupiter's transit from June to October will open many doors for them, and the Rahu Ketu transit. So with Rahu being in the fourth house, in the domestic life, in any land or property related deal, because Scorpio is primarily purely ruled by the planet Mars. And the concern with the Scorpio ascendant is that they do not take any betrayal, they do not take any hard breakup, any cheating very lightly. And then it creates a whole path of new karma for them. Like for many people, like for Capricorn, Sagittarius, okay, someone does wrong to me, okay, let it go, that person will face his own verdict, karma will take care of him, let me not spoil my own karma. Problem with the Scorpio is that initially they are the victim, but they end up doing all those things which make them the main accuser and the conspirator. So I mean to say they have to be very careful, because Rahu in the fourth house is like a mischievous energy happening in their right in their living space. So that means a lot of the inner confusion and inner turmoil and self-doubting needs to be cleansed through meditation. So for the Scorpio Lagna natives, in the year 2026, meditation is very important. Like all those yoga and yogic practices, which gives them more confidence, confidence in their own capabilities, being not in a mode of suspicion, doubting others. So inner insecurity, these are the demons for them. These are the vices for them for the next year as well. When we talk about the health point of view, I'm not seeing any major concern for them. The stress point I already mentioned. Rahu in the fourth house is very stressful, is a stress point for them. So which is about through meditation and yoga and belief in the higher powers, and will be very much required. Otherwise, it can create a confusion in the inner space, and the mind might be filled with the loop of the negative and the pessimistic thinking. So that is what is very much required for the Scorpions. Manifestation potential is peak. I would say no other rising sign has so much of the potential as much as Scorpio carries, with especially from June till October, when Jupiter is going to be very strengthened in the ninth house. And whatever Jupiter will do, Ketu will reinforce that, when Ketu will also come over here. See, the good part about the Scorpio Lagna native is that the next shift of the Rahu and Ketu is very supportive for them. When Rahu will be in the third house and Ketu is going to be in the ninth house, and Jupiter would have already done a lot of work for them. But till the time Rahu and Ketu axis is like this, so especially Rahu's placement in the fourth house, so inner doubts, inner suspicion, obsessiveness, and all that is what they have to be very watchful of. People who work from home, people who work from home, it is going to be beneficial for them. People who work as a strategist and all, who are the tech entrepreneurs, it is going to be very beneficial for them. And when we talk about the relationship and the marriage, so yes, Jupiter can bring it for them. Like even in the Hindu and the Vedic astrology remedy part and all, there are like a lot of the remedies and the rituals which are primarily directed and focused towards that. So like we say that keep this Sola Sombar fasting, do this Anushthan, wear this ring, wear this gemstone, go for this pilgrimage in this place. Many people's wish have got fulfilled. I guess I forgot. In Punjab, there's one temple where people just go for their visa finalization. That you visit this temple and your visa gets approved. So yeah, that's right. But it happens. Again, it's not like something which is just a hearsay. It happens because if it is happening for many people, that means there is some power over there. So yes, that's all what I can say for the Scorpions. Overall, just the yoga and meditation is very much required for taming this Rahu in their fourth house, taming this Rahu energy. For the Sagittarius rising natives, so for the Sagittarius Lagna natives, this is going to be a very good year because the ascendant lord of theirs is the king of the year. Jupiter will again come back to their eighth house. That means whatever they would have been experiencing from October 19th till December 3rd of 2025, that theme will repeat next year in 2026 as well. So that means major transformation can happen for them. See, Rahu and Ketu axis is very strong for them. Rahu and Ketu axis for the Sagittarius Lagna. That means many new beginnings, many new opportunities, and somehow they will be surprised how much courage they have within them once they start trusting on their capabilities or they start aligning themselves with the higher power. So Rahu in the third house actually is like a lion. It's like very powerful, very courageous. So and Rahu in the third house is there like in the Sadbhisha nakshatra. So even in your communication, in your self-expression, there will be that sort of healing touch which people will experience. People who are like working in the sales, media, marketing sectors, it's going to be a very beneficial time for them. Saturn's transit in the fourth house, many Sagittarius Lagna natives, next year is very supportive for them. Those who are trying to construct or build a house, and also people who are connected with the politics and they are looking forward to, they are hopeful for some important appointments, for some important portfolios, some important designation and all. So that can also happen. So Saturn in the fourth house for the Sagittarius Lagna, a very strong rooted foundation in the political sphere, in the public sphere can be expected for them. And because Saturn is in the Uttar Bhadrapada, nothing will happen only because of the luck. You have earned it. This is what your goodwill, your reputation is in the market, in the society, that the right kind of people approached you with that position. So Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada in the fourth house is a typical alignment for some important powerful appointment position and all. Rahu in the third house in the Sadbisha is very supportive for them. And Jupiter's transit will happen in the ninth house, but before that, the exalted Jupiter will there in their eighth house. So again, for the Sagittarius Lagna natives, the whole energy is getting aligned for them that if they are willing and ready to make some serious commitments in the field of the spirituality. So next year has got lot to offer to them. So I'm not saying only on the basis of the ascendant lord, but I'm also blending Rahu in the Sadbisha and Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada as well. So that means you want to, some people want to renunciate and be in a part of the yoga, meditation, teaching people, doing different courses on the Kundalini, and this is what they want to teach to other people. Or some people, they want to travel the world, teaching, educating, enlightening people. They want to associate with some specific groups, like even Art of Living, ISKCON is such a big foundation. People who are connected with them, they do something which they're passionate about. They travel the world, they teach, they do a lot of the humanitarian work, and all the time they're doing the japa of the Hare Rama Hare Krishna. So I mean to say something like that. So next year is actually bringing that level of energy for them, some serious commitment, and they will be very well guided by all their mentors. Their guides are going to be guiding them in the right direction. So this is what is expected out of them. People who are connected with politics, they can also expect some very profitable department which can be offered to them. So this is what overall the energy is for the Sagittarius Lagna. So if I were to talk about from the career point of view, Saturn from the fourth house is giving its aspect to their 10th house. So that means lot of the support, there will lot of the people who will be ready to root for them. So a lot of the and this is also a very good year for strong foundation, laying foundation to something. Like, okay, you have been doing work on astrology as a freelance, let me open up a studio, let me open up an institute, let me start my academy. So some strong foundation, it's a strong foundation year for the Sagittarius Lagna. Transformation which will bring foundation and stability in their life. In terms of the relationship, I would say that the time period till the first 4 months, 5 months are supportive for them from January till May. But after June, when Jupiter will move to the eighth house, then the attention will be more on towards spirituality and all the deeper, mysterious kind of energy and things. But time period till June, like January till May, is very supportive for the marriage related matters, for the relationship. And Rahu in the third house. Rahu in the third house can also give you many foreign connection, many people from like very different backgrounds and some unusual, extraordinary skills. These kind of connection with these kind of people can happen. Luck percentage. If I were to look at the luck percentage for the Sagittarius Lagna, so it's see, the thing is, luck is supportive for them, but the only concern is that in the mid of the year, with Jupiter being in the eighth house, complete surrender to the higher power is required. If only they're willing to, and be observant about the omens and all the things, the way life is working out for them. So luck will actually put them in the right places. When we talk about the health, so from the health point of view, the thing is, it's just like that, Saturn being in the fourth house, especially people who have any cardiovascular, any heart related concern and all, that's the area where they have to be careful. But majority of the ways, I'm not seeing any major affliction coming to the ascendant. The ascendant lord in the eighth house, but it is again exalted over there as well. But yes, especially the cardiovascular and the heart related health is something regarding this area they have to be slightly careful. Ketu is already transiting in the Leo sign. When we talk about the stress point of this year, as per me, for them is, um, see, there's not any major area there. They have to be very exceptionally cautious and careful. Planets are in a way perfectly aligned, so I'm not seeing any specific area where I will warn them. Rahu in the third house, Sadbisha, Dhanishta, supportive. Saturn in the Uttar Bhadrapada, Revati is not that negative. It will actually, many people will build their house and have big political success. Even Jupiter is supportive, so not anything specially to worry about. The manifestation potential, which if I were to say, so see, many things can be manifested, especially in the domain of the entrepreneurial dreams of theirs. If they're trying to launch, initiate something, link foundation to something, it's very supportive. When we talk about the, especially the wish fulfillment, Jupiter is the most important planet, and it is there from the eighth house. So that means just surrender to the higher powers. That's all what is required. It's like eighth house is something which is beyond anyone's control and beyond anyone's comprehension. Just surrender to the higher powers, and universe will take care of things. That's all what I can say. The like, strong faith in your Ishta Devata, in your bhakti, in the divine timing, is very much required. That needs to be inculcated. So that's all what I can say for the Sagittarius Lagna. All the very best, guys. And when we talk about the Capricorn, so for the Capricorn Lagna, Saturn being their ascendant lord is there in the third house. So I would say that Saturn being in the Uttar Bhadrapada in the third house. So people who are like anything to do with the like guidance, advice, spirituality, becoming a yoga coach, meditation coach, mantra coach, it's very supportive time for them. Jupiter is going to be transiting from the sixth house, seventh house, and the eighth house. So we say that these three houses, if I were to divide the whole chart in like four parts, so this is the aspect which tells about our public life, our outdoor life, like other people we come in contact with, how we establish connection with them. So Jupiter will actually be supporting them, helping them over in this domain. And Rahu and Ketu, immediate after this, in the month of the December, although that will happen at the end of the year, the next shift of the Rahu and Ketu will happen in their first house and the seventh house. So that also tells about that in their life, a major piece or portion of the life, a major theme of their life is about to come to an end. And once Rahu and Ketu will transit to their first house and the seventh house exists, a new chapter, a new theme will begin in their life. So I would say that my recommendation to the Capricorn Lagna native is that whatever you are doing, enjoy it, savor it to the best. Like, let's say for example, if you are bachelor, you still keep on complaining about not being married and all. So trust me, once you will get married, you will get to know the responsibilities which comes with it. Or you are like still a student, you just talk about in future when you will be working, you will be independent. But right now, if your bills are being paid by your parents, be grateful for that, because once the responsibilities come, then you get to know that how hard it becomes. So I would say that they're almost on the brink of a major life change which will happen after this. So just live life to the fullest. That's all what I can say. Rahu in the second house, being in the Sadvisha, if you are doing anything which is connected with the healing, with the medicine, with the pharmacy, with the tech, it is going to be very beneficial. Like this could be a case, like these days, oh my God, you do not even have to have a tech kind of thing. Like some of the YouTubers, they do the review of the tech products, of the gadgets and gizmos. oh my god, they get funded, sponsored by many big tech companies, and they travel the world, they go to all those launch events and all. So even if you're doing something, even if you are speaking and you're talking about the technology and the tech products, it is still going to be beneficial for you. Saturn, your ascendant lord, is there in the third house. That in the Uttar Bhadrapada I already mentioned. You are a coach, you are an advisor, you are an expert. It's going to be very beneficial for you. And a good Jupiter's transit, especially from the seventh house, is a very good time from June to October, where your fortune will activate because of the support of other people, because of the support of your spouse, because of the partnership, collaboration, alliance. Your fortune will get active. And yes, those who are facing any heat of the Ketu in the eighth house, yeah, they have to do the remedies. Ketu in the eighth house is not an easy energy to deal with. And let's say, for example, you're running Ketu is active in the dasha as well, your natal moon is afflicted. So then you have to be very cautious, careful. So Ketu in the eighth house, we generally say Ketu in the Magha, many times can actually, dethrone people because of entanglement into scandals. So because of that, you have to be very careful. Ketu combination with Leo and the Magha is good, but what matters is in which house it is taking place. So yeah, that's what they have to be cautious, careful about. So if I were to talk about the career prospects, so good potential this year, especially the houses with Jupiter is transiting from other people. Many opportunities will come to you, and your whole focus is going towards building something new, creating something, and which is a supportive sign. And because Saturn, your ascendant lord in the Uttar Bhadrapada, wherever you will go, if you actually have true authentic knowledge, people around there will automatically will give you the respect and the attention which you need. So you will do not have to fight or strive for the attention. If you are expert in your field, the attention and the remuneration, all of that will come on its own to you. So for the career, I would say a very good news for the Capricorn Lagna. Whether you're trying to launch, initiate something, or you want some guidance, or you by yourself guide others, it's a supportive time. In terms of relationship, very good news. Jupiter being exalted in the seventh house, June till October, is a very golden time for getting married. On the luck percentage, I would say supportive for them. The ascendant lord is giving aspect to the ninth house, and overall Jupiter's entry, especially the luck will bloom and shine in the months of June till October. So the luck aspect is going to be at its peak in these months. Health aspect, if I were to say, as if now not as if now, unless and until they are not running the Ketu dasha, they don't have to worry about it. And when Rahu will come to the first house, it will give fame and many more things. But Rahu's transit in the first house is not a very good news for the health. It many times create vulnerability over there. But for this year 2026, major portion, I'm not seeing any concern of the health for them. If I were to say the stress point for the Capricorn is only the Ketu in the eighth house. So eighth house related matters, like, like for example, if someone advise you any remedy, someone gives you some gemstone or something, so follow that with proper proper caution, and with proper do's and don'ts. I remember there's a friend of mine. I recommended him, like being a Virgo Lagna, Jupiter being debilitated in the fifth house, and he has some concerns of the marriage or something, or he lost a job. I asked him, okay, your Jupiter is weak, it's active in the dasha. Start keeping the Brahaspati Vrat. Do this and that. He was doing the Jupiter fasting. He used to go to the temple, offer the chana dal to the banana plant, kele ke ped, all the puja. And घर में आके, like after coming to home, he used to have banana shake, 3 4 bananas. Like केले की पेड़ की पूजा करनी है, खाना नहीं है केले को. So these are a few things. Like so sometimes people wear the gemstone. So you are wearing a gemstone of an anti-planet in the same finger or something like that. So like Ketu in the eighth house, all the ritual or the remedy, all the advice, take that seriously. And with Ketu in the eighth house, we say that don't go very close to the nature. Be very careful around the animals, animal attack. All of that happens because of the Ketu. If Ketu is active in the dasha, so stress point for the next year for the Capricorn is about this. And also, if something comes to you as an entitlement, it happens, like in Bollywood recently. What happened, a lot of the celebrity kids which were launched, they were not able to do perform good as compared to the newcomers. So sometimes you take things as granted. Oh, my father is the biggest producer of the Bollywood, or he's the top actor, I'm his son, I'm gonna be hit, no one can defy my success. So yeah, Ketu in the Magha in the eighth house, don't take that lightly. whatever comes to you as a gift, as a birthright, so honor it, respect it. There are like many millions of other people who are dying for that opportunity which universe has given to you, but if you do not honor it, respect it, it can be taken away from you as well. So yeah, Ketu is the stress point for the Capricorn Lagna if not utilized very well. Manifestation, the wish fulfillment potential for the Capricorn, I would say it is very strong, especially in the two areas for them, which is about the marriage aspect from June till October, and from Saturn being in the third house. So, like if you are trying to initiate or launch something based on your expertise and all, like the way we say this thing that Saturn Uttar Bhadrapada combination represents the expert and the expert in any given field. So, with your expertise, you trying to launch something like for years I worked for a brand, I contributed my services, I learned many things about this craft. Okay, let me start and do something solo. Let me start something on my own. So if your life has brought you to this sphere, so next year you can give it a shot. I can, like, if I am an astrologer, sorry. If your dasha and your chart is supportive and you next year you want to give it a try, so I can give you a go ahead. I can give you a go ahead because Saturn in the third house in the Uttar Bhadrapada, and you are a proven expert in your field. Omens will support you. And for the business, we generally see third house, seventh house is the prime house of business. Jupiter is also going over there. Rahu and Ketu about to start a new chapter in your life after 2026. So I mean to say, yes, I can give you a go ahead. If you want to, based on your expertise and acquired experience and knowledge from years of expertise knowledge, now you want to go solo, try it. It will work for you. So yes, that's all what I can say for the Capricorn Lagna. My best wishes for this year. Now for the Aquarians. Now for the Aquarians, a lot of good stuff is happening for them in the year 2026. The very first thing is that Rahu and Ketu axis are working in its purest essence for them. See, Aquarius in itself is considered as a karmic sign. It's a sign connected with humanitarian things, and lot of the like the collective things are connected with the Aquarius and Rahu over here. So that means, let's say for example, if they are, see, with the Sadvisha energy, with the energy of their ascendant lord, if they are in the right path of meditation, spirituality, self questioning, introspection, if they live their life like this, a lot of things can be manifested this year, like discovering secrets about you, discovering secrets about, see, Sadvisha is about secret. If I were to give one word to Sadvisha, I would say 100 physician and secrecy. So that means a lot of the secrets from the universe about your talents, about your potential can be accessed in this year. For the Aquarius Lagna, major personality makeover, major U-turn in the life can happen in this year, like major turnaround, like something where your life completely transformed. There is a huge potential of that for the Aquarius Lagna. When we talk about Saturn, so the ascendant lord, Saturn being in the Uttar Bhadrapada in the second house of the family, of the finances. So I would say that yes, this is a year where like if you are like an expert in a specific field, you are in any advisory kind of role, you are in a family business and all. So some major breakthrough can happen. So that cannot be overlooked. That cannot be denied. Strong potential of that. And with Jupiter, see, Jupiter in their case from June till October it will transit in their sixth house. So that means and the whole vibe of this year with Rahu being in the Sadvisha in their first house and all. So let's say for example, if they are in the health industry, in the fitness industry, or they are an entrepreneur primarily working in the field, like you are bringing a brand, you're about to launch a brand which has to do with how to like ease out your daily life, or which has to do with some medicine, some kind of pharmaceutical kind of revamp innovation. So stars will support them over there. So Jupiter's transit from the sixth house, stars will support them over there. Workplace enhancement recognition can happen, and in order to deal with any of the life challenges, they will be well guided, they will be divine protected. I can say this thing with Jupiter in the sixth house again. Jupiter is about expansion. It is not like they're in the houses where it is considered as the karaka, like second house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house. So over here Jupiter will do its part, but it will work more on the protection sphere. It will work more on the protection sphere for them. And when we talk about the yeah, so that's what I can see for the Aquarians. So if I were to say from the career point of view, so from the career point of view, major breakthrough. And see, the thing is, whatever is happening, somehow it is impacting, influencing them as a person as well. It's not like something, some development some development happened at your work, and you as a person did not change much with it. Here we are talking about the major development which will change you as a person as well. So that kind of the development is happening in their career front. And yes, wherever Rahu is there, attention is there, visibility is there, fame potential is there. So it means a lot of that is possible, which obviously is it can happen if you're connected with politics, acting, YouTubing, anything, health, well-being. It's a very supportive time. When we talk about the relationship, see, I will be honest with you. Till the time Ketu is there in the seventh house, I do not want to break the heart of the Aquarians for listening to this, but till the time Ketu is there, unless and until it's not like something which is very karmic in nature, so the energy tend to remain very low, because the Ketu has a concern where it can block things in that period of time. In that period of time, you might not find answer of that. So all what I can say, and Jupiter is also is strong, but it is there in the sixth house. So in the last 2 3 months of the year, energy can be seen with this intent of marriage and all. But before that, yeah, Jupiter in the fifth house till the month of the May, it's good for the romance, it's good for the artistic creative endeavors. When Jupiter will come over here, it will again keep you busy, occupied in the daily life challenges. So yes, in terms of the relationship and especially connected with the marriage, I would say that it is good for the courtship, knowing someone. Um, yeah, it has more very platonic and spiritual vibe to it. It is more platonic and spiritual vibe to it, more than the romantic vibe. That is what my says. So, and again, don't get mistaken. If someone enters in your life, this happens a lot many times with astrologers. So other person is not romantically attracted to you. It is more platonic and spiritual connection. So that's where you have to make a difference between where it is love, where it is romance, where it is attraction, and where it is all spiritual and platonic, soul level connection. So yeah, that's what I can say for the relationship matters. The luck aspect, see, Rahu is the chief significator where it gives massive things and in a very sudden span of time. So there is a lot of potential for the Aquarians for this year to manifest big and major massive things. Huge potential for that. I will not undermine this. Health, yeah, Rahu's in the first house. Health needs to be watched. Infection, allergy, viral, flu, all of that. So Rahu in the first house, you have to be mindful of the health related concern. When I talk about the stress point, so the stress point for the Aquarius Lagna native is, see, the thing is, it's not much of the concern. Like it's not like anything which is very like which is misaligned for them. Everything is perfectly aligned. So I'm not seeing any cautionary thing which I want to highlight over here for the Aquarians. The manifestation and the wish fulfillment potential is very huge, but only if you're not by yourself creating up blockages and restriction. Like many times we create a self created boundaries around us. Okay, I will only do like this, I cannot behave like this. With such a bad voice, even in one of the acting class I sang. I'm like, okay, whatever life is bringing, okay, let's give it a shot, let's give it a try, who cares. So I mean to say, like, this is what Rahu demands. Rahu is about give it a try. It's like, okay, I can only try the Indian, North Indian food. I cannot try the South Indian. No, give it a try. I cannot carry myself if I'll wear a Western cloth, if I'll wear this dress. So yeah, see, that's what is expected when Rahu co-rules the Aquarius. Rahu is in its purest essence because Rahu co-rules the Aquarius sign. So that means be open and welcoming to all experiences of the life. Don't create any hurdles, any restrictions on your own, and this access will reward you immensely. That's all what I can say. So that's for the Aquarians. Now, when we talk about the last of the day, which is the Pisces. So for the Pisces Lagna, Jupiter is their ascendant lord. So again, this one thing which I want to advise, if Navjit if you will release this post this video soon before December 3rd, when Jupiter will move back to the Gemini. So that means I hope the Pisces Lagna have been paying attention from October 19th till December 3rd. What kind of results are happening in their life when Jupiter is exalted in the transit? Because Jupiter in the in the Cancer is very strong energy, and in the trine house is again not a, it's a very kind of a divine blessing. It's kind of a promise which comes from the past. It also tells about something for which your soul has been doing from the past, and the dots get perfectly aligned when Jupiter will again be in the same alignment. So a lot of the positive churning happening for the Pisces Lagna and can be expected for this year as well. I mean to say, any concerns of the childbirth, any concerns of like if you are in a coaching, teaching, education sector, it's a very good time for you. Saturn is there in the first house, and Saturn that too in the Uttar Bhadrapada. I've been repeatedly saying this thing that it's a typical combination of the lifetime achievement award, where your maturity, your expertise, your virtues, your ethics get rewarded. Universe reward you for that. And for the Pisces, Saturn does the perfect judgment because it rules the houses of the gains and the losses. So Saturn knows how to perfectly balance. Okay, this is what the evil things you have done. This is what the good deeds you have done. I will do a perfect alignment and perfect judgment for you. So that's what Saturn does for the Pisces. Rahu and Ketu axis. If right now, being a Pisces, you are exploring for opportunities in a foreign land, it is going to be supportive for you. You're already in a foreign land and looking for a guru for yourself. Like I see a lot of the, like even from the West, many people who are from the Russia, they are living in India, they came to Vrindavan, they got married to the local people, and they are ISKCON members traveling the world. So again, a lot has happened. Like what you are seeking, they may say what you are seeking is seeking you. So I mean to say, whatever you're seeking right now, if it is connected with spirituality, healing, medicine, and it is in a foreign land, in a foreign environment, it is going to be very supportive time for you. And Ketu there in the sixth house, that is definitely going to be my stress point highlight for them. That like we say that not a very good energy for leaving a job or putting down your papers if you're not very sure, because Ketu in the sixth house otherwise can bring a long gap sabbatical. Sometimes people in a whims, oh, I know I'm very worthy enough, I have three job offers, they leave the job. Ketu in the sixth house, now be at home for 1.5 years, you will not get any job. So that means be very mindful of not quitting things, not taking any health ailments lightly. And the blessing of the Jupiter, especially, see, the thing is, the way when people say, I have talked about that in some of the reels, that the real transformation is not when it happens externally in front of you. Real transformation when it happens within you. No matter if a husband has a habit of having affair, no matter how much wife will control, if he knows, he will keep on doing it. If someone has a habit of alcohol or drugs, if he by himself from inside it is not happening, you keep on sending that person to rehab, nothing will happen, because deep inside he has not transformed. And this is one such kind of alignment, ascendant lord in, see, the beauty about the Jupiterian ruled Lagna is that in their case, when the transformation happened, it happened very deep. Because for the Dhanu Lagna, ascendant lord get exalted in the eighth house. For the Pisces Lagna, ascendant lord get exalted in the fifth house. And both are these two houses of some very deep esoteric energy at play. Fifth house and the eighth house is not even, it's very blessed house if they are making a combination and the pure energy operating through them. So I mean to say, yeah, that kind of transformative experience can happen for the Pisces Lagna. Refrain from putting down your papers. If you're not in a secure environment, don't experiment with the job resignation or leaving your putting down your papers. Don't experiment there. If you're discovering, seeking something in a foreign land, very supportive time. And those who are about to kickstart in their career, or those who are already in a very seniority role, leadership role, attainment of position, being rewarded, recognized for your talents, your contribution, all of that can happen. So if I were to summarize for the Pisces Lagna, in terms of the career, friends, don't refrain from any. See, the thing is, your 10th Lord is in a very good placement. So that means in the career, whether you are in an advisory role, you are a teacher, you are a trainer, very supportive energy for you. Major transformation in the career can happen. In terms of the relationship, friends, yeah, I'm not seeing any concern. In your seventh house, there is no influence of like Ketu. Saturn is giving a straight aspect, but still, it's not that like inimical for you. So in the relationship, many things can be manifested. This could be in the form of a lover, in the form of a partner, in the form of a teacher, in the form of a husband, wife. Lot can be manifested. Luck percentage is very strong, very strong because of the fifth house activation and all. Health. Yeah, Saturn is in the first house. You have to take that very seriously. Rahu in the 11th, 12th house. So yeah, health needs to be taken very seriously. Don't take it lightly. Stress point is definitely Ketu. I would put the Ketu as a stress point for the Pisces Lagna. And the manifestation potential is huge, immense for the Pisces Lagna. So yes, after this, the Gigi, I'm done. I'm done. Let me stop the screen sharing, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I cannot stop it. Oh, okay. Yeah,
You're,
it's
you got
fine.
it?
Oh,
That's
no, so
fine.
yeah, here's a button. Stop share. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was really profound and beautifully presenting. Thank you so much. A lot of information, of
Yeah,
course.
no, see, Navjeet, I did tried my best because again, Arjun Pai ji has very good. See, in a day and age where every day like hundreds of astrologers are coming in, Instagram has a league of astrologers. I mean to say, in this day and age of so much of the population crowd having a resonance wherever I have gone, Arjun Pai ji's name, this platform, your hosting, your knowledge, your questioning, everything is respected in the whole community. I have gone to India, I have gone where whomsoever I meet, even in Canada, everyone knows about the talent and knowledge of the Arjun Pai ji's platform. So yeah, I tried my level best to match up the level and bring something insightful for the community. And yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you, Navjeet, for this
Yeah, no, it
opportunity.
was really beautifully done and really informational. So thank you so much. Just to put a lot of effort and everything. I really appreciate that. So thank you. And I hope you guys all enjoyed. And then if you have any questions, write us a comment below. And I'll be linking his website. So if you want to contact with Nipun and his channel as well. So Nipun Joshi MP, right? And NJ, sorry.
Yeah.
NJ, right? Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
guys.
Anand. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.